Hunter x Hunter is like always on my mind, and that's why it's like I go to work and I'm
If only
like,
Togashi had the same motivation as you, Frank.
That's funny.
and I'm just thinking about it, like, I wonder what's going on here or
And
something like.
he for sure he doesn't think about it.
He's too busy looking. Honey, did the Sailor Moon checks clear? Cool.
Bienvenidos, Minasan. Welcome to episode 2.5 of the Otaku Truck.
Truck? We adding truck now?
Yeah, we're adding truck.
All right, we're changing the name. So it's our first 2 episodes, and we're changing the name. Good start, Miles.
This guy is a winner, as it is, huh? So technically, we kind of did this episode before in the event, but we lost it on the way over, over deliver. So we were trying to redo it again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I confirm.
Yeah, it's
Would you like to introduce everyone here, Miles, or would you just like to just talk to me? And who am I? This voice in your head.
Okay. That voice in your head is the one running this truck, Ray, who's
I thought you were running the truck. You're hosting.
no,
so-
I'm hosting. You're driving the truck.
Okay,
We thought we
okay.
just agreed to this already.
Okay, we agreed to this.
I'm Miles, in case I forgot to ask myself.
There's that too, perhaps.
Just lightly.
man-
So we
Management,
don't
yeah.
know who's in charge, who's on the podcast, who's driving, what the name of the podcast is. Great start. Episode 2. How did we get episode 1 done? Is my first question.
This is deja vu. What didn't this happen
I
exactly?
feel like we've had in the last episode 2.
Yeah,
We did something similar. Well, at least we're consistent? Question mark.
yeah. Sorry. And then, of course, we have Frank. Say hello, Frank.
Hello.
And we have Ivan.
What's up?
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now we're gonna try to get the ship.
Now it's a
Run
ship.
the-
Is it a ship? Is it a truck? Is it a plane next? Are we a transformer? Are we more than meets the eye?
Every moment I always mention that Michael Bay films, they decide not to play that at all. No,
Why would you, out of all the transformers, why would you bring the worst one up? What's wrong with you?
because I have Vietnam flashbacks sometimes.
Vietnam flash. It happens. You're not too young to have Vietnam flashbacks.
With Once Upon a Time with the Mouth. Remember that one?
Oh god.
But anyway, so like I mentioned before, so we kind of lost the episodes. The lost episode now. If you want to hear it, it'll probably be on our Patreon eventually.
Sure.
Yeah.
Want to hear terrible audio quality? Come on down. Give me $20, sucker. And while you're at it, I got a brand new car for you.
Sold. So I guess so. We're gonna list out our top 9 anime. All right,
Woohoo.
and we our top 9. I'm sure not all of us are ranked, right, guys?
Mine are not ranked.
Oh, I ranked mine now. I had time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Frank.
all ranked.
Someone actually did something with their extra study time.
I was bored at work.
That usually what helps. So I guess without further ado, I guess we'll start off. I guess going. I don't know, the clockwork rise, right, Ray? Clockwork's going left to right, right to left.
I guess to start, but where's the clock starting at?
I guess me, so I can't go first because I'm holding this thing.
Okay, well, just help yourself, why don't you?
I say I'm not going.
Oh,
with-
you're not going. Oh, okay.
That's
How
it.
selfish of you. What a hero.
Anyway, we'll start off with Frank.
Oh, I was not ready.
You're the chosen one, Frank.
So we're going with the 9, right?
The 9.
the top
You're gonna
9.
just dump all 9 and then I guess discuss it.
All right. Well, I changed mine a bit because I didn't want to say the same thing.
Make us look all bad here.
But I think I have I have about 20 that the top 15 or not top 20 to 6
20.
you could interchange them.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like,
Okay.
oh, okay. So today I was feeling different mood, so I changed them. I don't know if you remember what I had last week, but at 9 I had Tiger and Bunny, but it's been replaced by Code Geass.
Oh.
I was listening to music. I'm like, how could I forget this one? I really like the ending of this anime. It kind of, I wish other things ended like this because I feel
But isn't technically there's more of it eventually, right? There's like
We don't talk about that.
if I
No,
haven't
not
watched
Tiger.
it, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
There you go.
Boruto, who's that?
Oh, I still gotta get on that.
No, you don't.
I'm waiting for the dub. All right, so that's it's. I kind of struggled putting it on the list because I have another one that kind of reminds me of this one, but I was thinking about putting another one here, and I thought, no, I feel more emotionally attached to this one. So there it goes. And then at 8, I have Gintama. I don't know if any of you.
Gintama. I've tried so many times to get into it, and I never did, but that was a long time ago.
It's so long, but
There's that too.
the beginning is a bit like, okay, it's kind of funny, it's kind of, but
It's silly, and then it gets serious at some point, right?
it like takes vacations and it gets serious and
Takes vacations.
yeah, but if you watch a lot of anime, I think this is one that you have to watch because it has a lot of reference to almost anything that's
right.
remotely popular.
It's
It's really ridiculous. Like I don't know how it didn't get canceled some of the times.
Yeah.
And that one replaced Ginga E Kickoff. I don't know if you remember.
Oh,
It was-
right, that's right.
And then moving on to 7, Kaiji was replaced by Death Note.
Oh, the classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, oh wait, this is like one of the very first ones that I watched. It made eating chips memorable.
One chip at a time.
Yeah, Ray does them all every like
Crunch,
5 seconds here.
Crunch. I did do that last episode.
I thought the ending was a bit weird. Like I wasn't.
What are you talking about? We all know how it really ends.
Yeah,
Is it different in the
There's
manga?
it only ends with the first fight, not the other fight. What other fight? We just described earlier that we just erased
well,
things in our head.
like I said, Ray,
Headcanon.
it's all like to the moment, the one final moment. Okay, cool, and that's
All right,
it.
that was a great series.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Well, fun fact. You know how last episode I mentioned about the Akane voice actor? She does one of those two. I think she does Nier.
Oh God.
The white hair.
Who?
Mm.
Who? I've never.
Sorry.
When did they show up in the show?
Yeah,
I don't
so
remember near.
She did one of those two, so I was like, oh, she did Death Note too.
There you go.
She
It's a hell
just
of a
keeps
show.
getting more impressive.
There you go. The resume.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Lucky Star got replaced by
All right, Frank. You can. Leave
Okay,
now.
that's
You're
it.
done, Frank.
All right, that's.
I'm sorry, folks. I don't know. It's been a long week for him. He's delusional.
The mic's cut off. That's it. It's over.
I feel like it's the successor.
What's? I think I know.
Yeah. Don't look at me that way.
Oh, it's too late. I
No,
can't.
you know, Ray's
Uh,
right. He gives the look already. That's it.
It's a Lucky Star with a bigger budget.
That's true, I suppose.
Nichijou. I don't know if all of you have heard of it.
Oh yeah, I heard every time my stomach hurts every time I watch because it's just too funny.
It's some good stuff. It's just WT with with an animation budget of something like a Demon Slayer or something.
Yeah.
It's I enjoy Lucky Star more, but just I feel like in a way it's more ridiculous.
Oh, it definitely is. I would
It's
argue.
just- I don't know, but I don't feel that bad replacing it because I remember more moments of Nichijou than Lucky Star.
Mm.
I can
So
see that.
that's why it got replaced.
If you
but-
need a sell on Nichijou, there is a student who's just in class, looks outside the window, and the principal of the school is wrestling a deer.
Yeah.
That's one of the early episodes. In case you need a little taster of what this weird show is, stuff like that happens all the time.
That's funny.
Have you seen it, Ivan?
No.
No.
A
Oh,
lot of the shows you're mentioning, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Death Note, yes.
Well,
Death Note. I got that one. I get that reference.
Well, I mean, probably those are the least popular ones.
Oh, and Code Geass too.
Oh, 2.
There
Yeah,
you go.
too.
So we'll let you on the podcast. We'll see. We'll see. You're on the line there.
And the rest are pretty much the same as last time, so I'll go through them a bit faster.
Sure.
At 6 is Naruto.
Believe it.
5.
Legal, I have to.
You you say a lot of bad things about the dub, but you know all the catchphrases.
Who doesn't?
At 4, Hunter x Hunter or
Wait, what's 5?
Naruto,
Oh, okay.
and 3, One Piece. 2, Full Metal Alchemist. I actually flip flopped this one between 1 and 2.
Oh.
And number 1 is Hajime no Ippo.
Mm.
Nice.
Just to clarify, was that Full Metal OG or Brotherhood?
Oh, Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Got it.
That's a good
And
list.
That's my list.
That's a good list, right?
And as Hunter x Hunter. Any list with Hunter x Hunter is good.
I mean, to some people, and then there's the right people. But that's all good. Everyone's entitled. We all make mistakes. We're all human beings, you know.
And that's why Ray will go next and make sure we're on the right path, right, Ray?
It's okay.
We don't have to just. I mean, can't talk about Naruto a little bit.
I've already forgave you. Don't worry.
We all have our sins. But yeah, no, I just want to say, hey, Naruto, I sure like me some of that Ninja Boy. That was my jam back in the day, and still is probably after Dragon Ball, probably the next thing when I think Nostalgia Blast.
You know, we talked about
tempting.
that one a bit, and how it should have ended earlier.
Yes.
But then I was thinking, and I'm like, yeah, it should have ended at the point where the whole pain stuff ends.
Mm-hmm.
But thinking back, I'm like, then we wouldn't have. There was so much setup for stuff that he didn't get through. So like,
that's also true.
Like we would have never seen Might Guy, go all out.
True. He did have his moment.
That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Squeeze that in.
Well, the dad, the mom. Oh no, the dad was during pain, but then the mom.
I just argued, isn't technically the end of Naruto better than like Majin Buu Saga and Dragon Ball?
Oh, I like the ending of Naruto.
You
did it?
I will debate that.
It's a lot longer, so
it's
that's a
long,
tough
but
one. I'm probably say yes, but not by like much.
Well, replace everything that happens between the fight of pain and the fight of the two best friends.
I think there's more good. Yeah, okay, if we're thinking it the opposite, like what good is left if you just cut out to a certain point of a show? I think you're leaving out more good stuff in Naruto than you would leave out in the Majin Buu arc. Because for me, like the Majin Buu arc has got like maybe 2 or 3 good moments in it, to be honest, for me, and that's about it.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, maybe I'm like in the minority here, but I like the whole Majin Buu saga also.
Me too.
And the ending, even though the part that bugged me was that he was only Super Saiyan when he did the final push. So like he should have been Super Saiyan.
Oh.
3. I was like, damn, what a letdown. But other than that, I thought it was fine. I mean,
it was okay. I'm like, I don't like hate it, but it's easily the least one I
the
like
problem
the
with that,
least.
you could feel the moment like this one happened unless someone literally has become dumb, pretty much.
Well, there's that. The Gohan nonsense that happens.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like the Avengers, like Infinity War, right? It's like this only has to only certain things happen for it to happen.
Yeah, I guess that's actually a decent comparison,
right? Because like how else would this happen unless I forgot I have abilities. I don't know.
All right, I can win this fight, but I guess I can't because Goku needs to show up. It's the Goku show.
But I mean, it's been out a long time. But what didn't you like about the Naruto ending?
Just the fact the whole war,
fighting
zombies was super uninspiring.
But when I say ending, I
mean, like the final.
The final
no,
fight,
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. No, I don't really mind the final. I mean, well, okay. When Naruto's got to fight Sasuke. We all know this. This has got it. We've been waiting for this a long time. But the whole I want to become Hokage was just the most. What the fuck? What does that mean? What are you talking about right now, Sasuke? That part is the part I probably like hate the most. If we're being well, no, I do hate that more than the Moon Lady. The Moon Lady's close, but the Sasuke part's even dumber because
I didn't hate that because I mean, when I was reading it, it was kind of like, okay, that was never his thing, but it kind of like it was. I hate the way you guys are doing stuff, so I'm gonna be the boss now. I was just watching the movie Captain Phillips, and look at me,
I'm the Hokage now.
Yeah, I feel like that was him. Like, and
oh man, I hate Sasuke. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just I think oh gosh, he's so unlikable.
He's misunderstood. He's a good boy.
That didn't bother me though. The only thing I will argue about the Naruto, like the final arc was I'm the real bad guy. No, I'm the real bad guy.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
It got a little cartoony of how many bad guys are fighting for the #1 spot, and literally they made an alien lady the main villain of the whole series. It's just kind of like, what the fuck?
And then even after she's done, and then it's like, but there's still one more fight.
Sorry.
So I just feel like it almost felt filler-ish.
A little bit.
Yeah. So even though it's like canon, it felt filler-ish. But so I you know, it is what it is. It's like one of those I guess at some point it's like it already stands on its own 2 feet, so it doesn't matter too much. You can still like, I mean, Naruto's like one of the biggest
Oh
animes.
yeah, I still love it no matter
So
what.
like, but it could have been cut short too. And I felt like the with Boo, for example, I felt like the difference is like you can tell he just didn't care anymore, and we got some of the I guess funnest transformations and things just because he was just like, as I said, like a flying fighting gum.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I'm gonna make the gum a villain, and
Yeah.
it's like that's when you're like you really don't care.
You really
Like,
don't know what's happening.
like-
you
like-
really don't care.
and then they're like, oh, you still need to make more Dragon Ball. Okay, well, the next villain says gum. It's like whatever, you know, like
Hey, what if I told you there was a real evil Majin Buu? What if I told you there was yet another really evil Majin Buu?
yeah. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I love them both, but I like to beat them up a little bit. It's a good tease. Good tease.
I think that I like that it was long because we got to see more skills and stuff.
True.
What did kind of bug me was that it was so long. They had opportunities to make each one of the like original 9
Right.
like make them do something special, and they just focused like okay, Naruto a lot,
Yeah.
and then Kakashi and
Yeah, a lot of Kakashi love going
and then
on.
Sasuke, and then Sakura. They just like, oh yeah, you're still useless.
My favorite part is at the very end. When it's like, Naruto, Sasuke, and then it's like, I'm here too, guys! It's like, fuck, she's still here?
It would have been cool if they would have made her like essential, like
Yeah, they just like totally forgot about her. It's so, I mean, but that's like Naruto altogether. It's like, oh yeah, Sakura's here, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
poor Sakura.
I think
The only thing about Sakura is like the only reason why I kind of always forgive her is because she has a pretty iconic like character design. So I think even though she's forgettable, like you can't forget her because of her design.
She had that moment. She had that cool moment early on, the Chunin exam.
I think the
Puppet guy was alright, I guess.
the author was like, you know what, it's a joke anyways. I'm gonna just run with it.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I think she literally says that too. Like, don't forget me, guys. Like, literally, I think she says something like that. Or maybe it's just me. I have to go back. That's funny. But I still love it. Great stuff. There is my 2 cents on Naruto.
And that's why it's on my list.
There you go. Good choice.
yeah.
Well, just like a quick note on your list. I haven't seen the Ippo, but Brotherhood
watch.
is I will. But Brotherhood is definitely one of those juggernauts for sure. Hunter x Hunter, one of those juggernauts too.
Isn't the Juggernaut a bad guy? Don't they? The X-Men have to they call an X-Men and they lock him away, right?
Yeah.
Just want to be confirmed.
I
Okay, so
tried
it's a
to-
Juggernaut. It's a Juggernaut.
I
Yeah.
tried to replace like Ippo, Fullmetal, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, but I was like, no,
Can't do
I
it.
can't do it. Like, they mean too much to me to get them out of the list.
Aw.
I know.
I feel like it's so sure.
That's a good list.
That is a good list there, Frank.
So who's next?
I guess it's my turn. Is that correct, Miles? That we're
Yeah,
doing?
that'll be. Yeah, we're going clock,
All right.
clockwise.
The clockwise? What clock? But if it's a broken clock, it's only right twice a day. Is that
Don't
right?
worry. No, like I said, you'll make it. You'll show us the right path.
I'll set everyone down the sacred path. I don't know. I'm going with this. All right, so I finally pulled it up on my list here on my phone. Here we go. I'm just going to rapid fire and then pick 1 or 2 things to talk about, I guess. First one. I still forget, and I forgot it last time. I think it's Panty Pony Dash or Pawnee Pony Dash. I forget. It's that weird show about the cat that lives in a vending machine and calls himself God. It's that show. You should
Yeah,
watch it. It's another If you like Nichijou, you should watch this shit. And if you like Banmonogatari, you should watch it because it's the same director. A lot of weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah, but you have to. But no, you have to understand his art style because if you don't, you probably.
Yeah, maybe not. You know, yeah, maybe not your first anime. But like, if you're a couple animes in, this is what you want.
You had me at if you like Nichijou.
There you go, basically, and that's honestly, it's just another one of those.
That's all you had to say.
There you go. Next one, Silver Spoon, Slice of Life fans. This is the most slice of life show I could think about. It's hey, you wonder what it's like to live on a middle of nowhere in Japan and become a farmer? It's the show for you. It's the My Hero with the school education, but minus the hero business is just farming.
Well, maybe farmer, you are a hero. Farming.
You could be a hero. You could be a rice hero or a cow hero. Me too. Was that hero too? Cow too? How about anyone? Okay, never mind. It's a really good show. You should really check it out. It's Slice of Life Funds. Same creator as Full Metal Alchemist. Fun fact. Next one here, Serial Experiments Lane.
Oh yeah.
A show that's just way ahead of its time came out in the early '90s, and it's basically about today in the metaverse.
It gets real every day. We go back and watch it every day. It gets a little bit worse.
I'm starting to think the internet's not a healthy place. If you watch Lane, you'll probably think the same thing.
This is the one I wanted to check out, but I forgot the name.
Well, now you know. Now you know. Write it down, Frank.
Yeah.
You too, like, listen. You could write down with them. Sarah Spearman's Lane, great show.
Oh,
What's up,
I was
Ivan?
gonna say it's one of those that like messes with your head.
Oh yes, it's a definitely especially if Satoshi Kon fans of Perfect Blue, I would highly recommend to check out Lane. It's very similar, very like kind of dark, a little disturbing, and a little too close to life. Yeah,
Too real.
in the best worst kind of way. Next one here is a much newer show here. Made my list. Golden Kamui, I believe is how you pronounce it. What was I think last time I explained it is, what if you take Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and slap in some Rurouni Kenshin? That is Golden Kamui. It's a big epic adventure looking for treasure, and a bunch of people really want that treasure, and they're all like a little psychotic in different ways, and sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're enemies, depending where you're at the story.
What's this, Expendables? There's like, hey, sometimes it's like, hey.
You try to just a little death though, not a big death. But yeah, it's just really like crazy twists and turns, plot twists, good characters. Sometimes I almost find myself cheering for the bad guys sometimes just because they're so interesting. So very good show. And let's see what else I have. Welcome to NHK. Another kind of like dark comedy that was in 2004-ish, something like that. Basically, hey, if you stay all day and don't have a job and you just play video games and hang out online, you probably won't make good healthy choices in your life, especially on your mental health.
Hey, don't scare me.
Listen to more podcasts like Otaku. You'll be all right. We'll set you on the right path with these great anime recommendations.
It's a little close to home.
But yeah, it's another good show. Like I said, because I know I feel like at some point most nerds, otakus, whatever you want to call people like us, we might catch ourselves in these situations of like, what do I do when I'm not doing anything and this and that, and it's like I said, it's very funny because it's also personal, but then also it like expands to like, you know, what makes a person tick and this and that, and it's just like a slow burn, but it makes you start thinking a lot of little introspective kind of thinking, I suppose. So that's a good show for that reason. Next show, because I'm a Toonami fan, I had to put FLCL or Fully Cooley for those who like to go by that way. Big reason is just FLCL is just energy the anime. It is nothing but hype, craziness, and it doesn't make any sense, and I argue it shouldn't and doesn't need to make sense just to be enjoyable.
And the pillows.
And the Pillows, one of the greatest soundtrack of all time. If you are into J-rock of any kind and somehow you have not watched Fully Cooley, you should do that because it's great just for the music soundtrack alone. I think the animation's amazing. It's made by a lot of Gainax and Trigger people, for those who recognize
I would never
anime
guess
studios.
that, right?
Yeah, it's very hard to tell. So like it's just zany, crazy, a lot of energy, sequences that I love, the music I love. And it's only 6 episodes. So it's nice, easy, gets to the point, really entertaining. Next on my list, Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, another like just kind of like slice of life, slow burn, coming of age stories about a kid who doesn't know what to do in his life, finds a guitar and says, maybe I should start a rock band, kind of. And that's basically the journey of Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. Couple twists and turns here. Turns out trying to become famous isn't as easy as it looks on the internet. Who would have thunk? But yeah, that's my big personal favorite of mine. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Speaking about old school Toonami stuff, Yu Yu Hakusho. The correct answer for those who want to say Hunter x Hunter, but those who know what the right answer is, they say Yu Yu Hakusho because the smart people know Yu Yu Hakusho is where it's at. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is just Hunter x Hunter but better. So for those who watch Hunter x Hunter, go watch Yu Yu Hakusho. It's but better.
I think Ray does not like Hunter x Hunter. I think
I like you. I like to think of it more. I like Yu Yu Hakusho more. That's the way I like to think about it. Yeah, just it's that show but better. And then the last show, most probably personal show on my list for me, is The Melancholy Haru Suzumiya, which came out in like 2006 back in the day. It's one of those shows that made me open up my eyes to what anime could be and is, because it's based off a light novel series, not like its own manga or something. So the writing and the portrayal of the main protagonist is way more interesting and something I've yet to really see, because it's he talks a lot in his head, and so you hear his inner thoughts and monologues, and just the zany wackiness that happens with meeting a god who doesn't realize they're a god. If you need a little teaser to check out Suzumiya. And yeah, twists and turns, a lot of character development. And you can skip Endless 8 for those who are aware. I have mixed feelings on Endless 8. But Disappearance, that's a masterpiece.
And you can do the Haruhi dance.
And you can do the Haruhi dance. We can all do the Haruhi dance. And God knows. Woo. Still to this day, I've yet to see a musical sequence that beats God knows.
And he tries.
I've tried. I've looked, and no one has yet to come close. Maybe Kids on the Slope. Maybe Kids on the Slope. Give it maybe a little run for its money. I'll give it that.
It shake the water a little bit. Oh,
a little bit, but no, I think God knows still holds up. So yeah, those are my top 9 anime or whatever we want to call this. 3x3s, all that good stuff. If anyone has any comments, go.
So the Hari is like the Disappearance is probably one of the best anime movies out there for sure. Beck, I think it's such an underrated anime.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's like one of the best slices of life. The music is amazing. You said you have a lot of interesting animes I haven't watched, and just like the one that you said, Full Metal Alchemist and
Golden Kamuy
and Kenshin. That sounds interesting. And Fully Cooley, once again, one of the best soundtracks. A really fun anime. Yeah, it's a good list.
I pass Ivan's test.
All right, I guess.
I was waiting for you to say something. But yeah, I wrote some things down here.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a good student.
Well, I didn't want to forget because you said that Yu Yu Hakusho is better than.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho and I loved it. It was one of those very addicting animes, and like you said, it was on Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I like Hunter x Hunter more, just to defend Hunter x Hunter.
Because no one else defends it.
No,
poor little Hunter. Look at it. It's only the most popular anime of the time. Oh, look at him.
Ivan's not stepping up.
He did answer the call.
He must be a Laker fan.
That's funny.
Nice.
I find myself always looking at people's videos on Hunter x Hunter because there's just so many things that can happen, and it's just the story is so expansive that you could just talk about it for a long time about like, hey, what's going on here, what might happen, and Yu Yu Hakusho didn't have that. I don't at the time when it was going on, I did talk about it with my brother and my cousin, but it didn't go beyond that. Like I wasn't waiting for it, or maybe it's just because Yu Yu Hakusho was probably done by the time I started watching it, and Hunter x Hunter is ongoing, and it'll probably be ongoing forever.
I was going to say, and it'll be on forever.
And I talked about Endless Late earlier.
Yeah. I think like I know I would agree with that. I feel I always say this, like, gotta remember Yu Yu Hakusho as much, but I feel like Yu Yu Hakusho just fits more like how Ray says it, like a more structured formula. I guess if that makes sense. So Hunter x Hunter, since it's all over the place, there's like so many storylines. Like I feel Hunter x Hunter feels it's more not so much about like the characters but the world. That's the best way I can explain Hunter x Hunter and why I feel people like it so much. While Yu Yu Hakusho falls, I don't want to say the word generic, but it plays a more no, I feel like it just plays a more I guess more structured show.
I think I know what you mean.
It's more structured, and since Hunter x Hunter is like all over the place, like right now, like the main character Gon is not in the story, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because like
you're right, Hunter x Hunter doesn't matter.
yeah. So I guess that's the only thing, but I wouldn't like I personally like Hunter x Hunter more, but I know that I wouldn't put Yu Yu Hakusho as like way below it, or
it doesn't shock me that somebody likes it more. I'll say that.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
Listeners, tell me what you think.
I think Yu Yu Hakusho, it like you said, it doesn't surprise me the way the story goes, but the fights do surprise me. It was like, oh, I know this guy's supposed to win, but I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I could say about it. The other thing is that opening almost made my list. That Smile Bomb, I think it's called.
Oh, the Yu Yu Hakusho opening.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I like the English one version better. I don't know.
I kind of do, but I'm pretty sure it's nostalgia. Maybe but I'm okay with that.
Maybe it's because I understand it more.
That also helps.
But I guess overall, Hunter x Hunter is like always on my mind, and that's why it's like I go to work and
if
I'm
only
like,
Togashi had the same motivation as you, Frank.
That's funny.
and I'm just thinking about it, like, wonder what's going on here or
And
something like.
and he for sure he doesn't think about it.
He's too busy looking. Honey, did the Sailor Moon checks clear? Cool.
Yeah, he was at hiatus like it was like 4 years or something like that. And then, but that's what's crazy. Like he brings like 10 chapters, and everyone's like, oh, like losing their their heads, and then he's gonna be gone for like another 10 years maybe.
No, not even that. He just puts a picture like of a tree, and, and it's like, oh my god, it's back.
It's
And then
happening, guys. It's happening.
months later, nothing. And then that's all it takes. Like,
Coming
yep.
soon. Coming soon.
I swear,
And
guys. I
the
swear.
check's in the mail. Thank you. And
Ain't there a George? George? How's that Game of Thrones going for you?
And about Welcome to the NHK, you said it was funny. I don't think it's funny.
It's darn
Well,
funny.
Well, it's funny in the context of what's going on, right? You see it. When you look at it's funny. If you weren't thinking like, this is not really funny at all. The more you think about it,
I'm the guy who laughs at misery, including my own, if not especially my own.
I was listening.
Is it considered a comedy?
It
is,
yeah,
right?
I think it's considered a comedy, but it's definitely more of a dark. It's not like a Nichijou, silly shenanigans. It's oh Jesus, this guy's really fucked up, isn't he? Yikes.
Oh, and it's on Crunchyroll now.
Yes, I think that's correct. It was lost in limbo because I think there was
Yeah.
a Genie on and then a Funimation, and now Funimation's gone.
funny
too.
roll.
Funny roll. There's only one to rule them all. Am I right, guys? Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
to end my comments on your list, you said that Fully Cooley doesn't need to make sense,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what's going on in that show.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter.
And you still like it,
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of don't pay attention too much.
Stories in general.
Yeah, because I don't really try to dissect what I watch. I just
Mhm.
kind of like watch it and then think about how I felt about it.
I do the same. I
And
don't think about.
I'm an
story.
English major. I can't do this. I wouldn't finish my degree if I had that
and
attitude.
I purposely try not to watch any reviews because I think it just ruins stuff for me, and I'd rather be wrong and like it than try to figure out. Okay, I need to make sure if it all makes sense. If
I mean, yeah. Then if you like it, you like it. And that's all that fucking matters, for sure.
yeah, because I watched the review on Star Wars Episode 8. I remember going to the movies. I liked it, and then I watched this review. I'm like, oh god, I didn't know any of this, and now I can't unsee it.
Oh,
So-
interesting.
That makes sense.
That's why I'm a little worried about you because I feel like there's so much in your head, and you're like, I cannot like this because of this, and this. I'm like, no, be free. Just just watch.
We all
and
can't be like that.
have a
Frank.
clear mind.
Yeah.
We live in a society, all right? We have to have rules and regulations.
And the problem is that Ray is, unfortunately, most of the time right. You think really, if you break it down and you look at it this way that Ray looks at it, go like,
I try to convince people.
yeah,
And when a lot of the things you say, I agree. Like I like when you know how you like your criticism of Hunter x Hunter. I when I look at it, I'm like, he is right. Like he is right. He is right. He is right. But that's where I'll go with Frank. Like sometimes it's more about like, well, at least how when I view things, I'm not thinking anything.
Right,
I'm just
right,
like
right.
I'm just like sitting, just like processing, I guess, and then I guess if it just clicks, then I'll be I did enjoy that. But I'm not like trying to break down stories. I'm not trying to that's at least that's how I watch.
Yeah, he's
stuff.
not like how could he be there? He was just over there
Think
5
about
minutes
it.
ago.
He didn't learn instant transmission. Here.
There is
How did
something
he
I do
do
want to
it?
say. I do want to say this about Hunter x Hunter, and this is something that's
Welcome to
been
the Hunter x Hunter podcast.
that's been said a lot before. Kite. He was introduced.
Sorry.
And he was introduced in the very first chapter of the manga. In the 99 anime, he was introduced too. But in the 2011,
Yes.
he was cut off. So a lot of people were like, who is this guy, when he was already referenced since the very beginning. So I'm not saying that it makes it any different, because I have seen criticism that some people don't like Kite, or they feel like, why did Gon get
become
so
a different
upset?
character in that one arc
Yeah.
because dramatic beats.
Yeah. So
I'll admit it. I guess it would be better, but I would still argue, well, why are we? Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
This is the Hunter Hunter podcast.
Don't
Yeah.
think about it too much. Just be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fully cool.
Yeah.
I think I can.
You know,
I think.
use the same criteria you use for fully coolly. It doesn't need to make sense. Just
It only 6 episodes. Only, if it's a 6
Uh,
episode series, sure, I can agree to that, Frank.
and
6
if-
episode series, I can agree to that.
Yeah.
And from everybody always says that, but Yu Hakusho is this. How do we went backwards?
So one quick note about Yu Hakusho. I've seen like best like arcs, and I think Yu Hakusho always comes like 1 or 2. So
Dark Tournament?
I think I think so, yeah. So yeah, it definitely comes like as one of like the best arcs, and so like a shonen.
There you go. Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. We all agree. Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. And that's it for my list. And everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, I did. There's not. Am I supposed to do a 10? Secret 10?
No, I thought you were gonna get off your soapbox first, Ray. Then
Hey, I was trying to get off, and everyone was stepping on my soapbox. So I'm like, all right, I guess we have to have this.
I wasn't looking at you. I was just like having a blank stare and thinking about that song, Yu Yu Hakusho, the dun dun dun, like kind of that one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Wanted to hang out in the cave, Frank, later on, and scream in pain.
That's fun.
No, not after hearing your list, because I'm worried about you.
Fair
so
enough.
I guess it's my turn.
All right.
So before I do my list, a lot of my list and it's about the main character and whether I really like him or not. So there's some shows I personally think are probably better. Like I would put like, Brotherhood as like one of like the best, animes out there. But the reason why it's not in my show, because like there's certain characters I just personally like more than some of those characters in those shows. But so my number 9 is Kimi ni Toroke, From Me to You, and this is my favorite romance anime show.
Oh.
Shoujo.
Shoujo. For the ladies out there.
And
flowers.
one of
Sunflower.
my favorite characters of all time, Sawako. She is ditzy, airheaded.
She's a big old lovable airhead.
Yeah, and this basically shows about her, it's a coming of age and, trying to make friends, trying to break out of her shell, and just her, experiences like in her journey doing that. So that's that one. Oh, Netflix is gonna do live action March 30th. I am gonna watch it. Please,
Check
Netflix,
it out.
do not hurt me. You did it with Cowboy Bebop. Just
wait.
don't do it again.
But it's a Japanese production, no? Or is-
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're okay.
No.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
And
Yeah.
because you were telling me about that, and then we talked a little bit about One Piece.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. That's
That's
happening.
Now that's gonna be fun to watch, in the good or bad one.
And then I saw like a trailer of it,
Oh, God.
and I'm like, okay, let's check it out, see how it's and like. It was horrible, horrible. It was like,
What happened to that positivity you had, Frank? Don't think about it. Frank. Don't think
I was
about
about to say that.
No.
This is entertaining.
Well, it made me feel horrible. I'm going with my feelings still.
Fair enough.
Thankfully, it was a fan-made trailer,
Oh.
so there's still hope.
Okay. Woo.
That's funny. Okay, so my number 8 is Ramna One Half, and this
Nice.
is I guess this is my favorite comedy. Ramna is about the main character that he fell into a cursed
Pool in China.
pool in China, and he turns into a girl, and so all
It
the
happens.
characters. It happens, right? So
Yeah.
all the characters in this show, mostly all the main characters in the show, they're cursed, and so they turn into something else when they touch cold water, and they turn back by
Touching hot water.
Hot water, yes. But this is it's considered, well, it's a comedy, but it's also like a romance, and I guess like a
Little martial arts here and there. Yeah. A little
there-
action.
I'm glad you said that. So it's a parody of martial arts
Yeah.
anime, and that's basically what it is. Like when you summarize Ramna, it's a parody. So it's called Ramna Anything Goes, and really like Romiko, the writer, just some of the most stupid things you can think of, and like the techniques. It's just so that's Ramna, and once again, the reason why it's on my list is because Ramna and Akane are two. I like their dynamic a lot. more than I like some of her other works like Inuyasha and Kagome, or some of her other works. I just think they're a little bit more balanced with each other. That I guess not one of them is not more abusive to the other one. But they kind of abuse each other equally.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I guess you would consider Akane to be what's that term?
Tsundere?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. She checks the box.
Yeah, and something too that I mentioned last time. My favorite voice acted show probably of all time. So just I think it's one of the shows that it has to be in Japanese, and just as I mentioned.
Oh, right, there is a dub for it, isn't there?
Yes, and they do try to do the Japanese, but it's like.
Oh, I've actually never heard it. Now I think about it. Huh.
So I was gonna say the Akane, the voice actor, she is like done everything. She did Komi Can't Speak.
Can't communicate?
Can't communicate. Yeah, she did Kyoko from Inuyasha. She did the little girl from Totoro. She did Akane. She did Toshiro from Kenshin.
Oh, Shishio.
No, not Shishio.
Not
the boy.
Oh, Yahiko. Wait,
Sojiro?
Yeah.
Oh, Sojiro. Oh,
Yeah,
Sojiro.
she did him. So
Sojiro, was it Tenkin? What was it?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
The
So she's
10
done,
steps. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kenshin, nerding.
So she's so like this is like an A-list voice acted show. Like they sing, they do the whole like everything. Number 7 on my list is, and this is like I would consider like a love letter to anime, which is Space Dandy. So it's all the
Oh, that's a good choice.
yeah. So all the famous directors and animators and musical artists just making just art. That's how I would consider that show. It's a comedy. It's dumb. It's goofy. And what makes it fun is like it is episodic, and everyone and they always die at the end of every episode.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a zombie episode, there's a Gundam episode, there's just everything, and it's cool because it is like kind of sad at times, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely can be.
So it's that's another one on my list. Number 6, the GOAT of shonen, Dragon Ball.
There you go. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. What else can you say? Just Goku, baby Goku.
King Goku, that is.
Yeah, just started every anime, the layout for anime and
Your favorite mangaka read Dragon Ball.
yeah. So number 5 is now we're getting to the
heavy hitters here.
The heavy hitters. Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket, and
nice.
As I mentioned, also this is what I would consider a perfect story. ABC. Yeah, ABC, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you show me a screenplay and you read it, this is what I would consider to be a perfect story. Basically, stories of a boy that he meets Zeon.
Yeah.
Soldiers, and they're trying to destroy Gundam in the colony, and things go bad, and you know he's trying to help them, because if he doesn't help them, you know they're gonna get bombed, etc. And it has one of the best endings in anime I've ever watched. Number 4, my favorite movie of all time, Grave of the Fireflies, one of the best war movies out there, and that's all you have to say. It's war, it's sad, you're gonna cry.
Bring your tissues.
Yeah, and now top 3. This is it. My favorite characters of all time. So number 3 is Slam Dunk. One of the best coming of age stories that I've seen. The story's about the main guy, Sakuragi. He sees a cute girl, and she's like, "Are you a basketball player?" He's like, "Of course I am."
Oh, right. He just lies to him. Yeah. That's how it starts. Yeah. Nice.
And he's not, but he's super athletic. He's a delinquent.
Yeah.
So he just tries to impress her, and then basically the anime, he's trying to impress her, and he's just basically learning basketball, and he's trying to basically, it changes his life, and is one of the best just well-written stories, and one of the best rivalries too, which is
true.
Rukawa, that was his name.
Oh yeah.
They have like
they're Sasuke.
Yeah. And it's funny because when I think about him, I just think like it's like kind of like the Sasuke, Naruto,
definitely
inspiration by it. So it is basketball, and it might be like, oh, why would I watch this? It's like basketball, but Sakuragi is so funny. He makes the show very interesting, very well voice acted, and he also is clutch. something I like in characters. They come through. You know, they mess up at times, but they always come through, and they always go be like, oh heck yeah. So that's him. Number two, of course, Cowboy Bebop. I have to mention it. I mean, one of the most well-made animes. You know, soundtrack. You know, stories. You know, characters. Um, yeah. What else is there to say about Cowboy Bebop? And number one, my favorite story. If it wasn't for number one, Cowboy Bebop would have been there. But this one exists, and it's Berserk. Guts, my favorite character of all time. One of the saddest stories, one of the goriest stories, one of the just best mangas out there. And the 97 Berserk anime is the one that I just think it's a good introduction to the world of Berserk. And it just has one of the maybe most infamous endings where you think
Oh yeah.
yeah
Oh yeah.
but I was so drawn by it that I was like, I need to continue reading. And I think that this was the first manga I ever read was because of Berserk. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, so it has a special place as far as like opening me up to manga. And that's my list.
That is a good list. And I do like the Space Dandy because I feel like a lot of people forgot about Gerald Space Dandy.
Mm-hmm.
But Space Dandy is a good show because it, like you said, it's like a showcase of, once again, it's like, hey, your favorite anime director probably did an episode of Space Dandy, so you should really check out the whole series because it's a great like little like a buffet of like, ooh, anime this, anime could be this, anime could, because like it just, the characters are the same, but the plot and the development and what happens in the art and the animation are just completely different. So like I said, you get a little sample of everything, and I bet you there's 1 or 2 episodes that'll stick in your head, and then you'll Google who directed that, and then you'll find a couple new anime recommendations. So yeah, Space Dandy, and then Bebop. I mean, what else to say? Of course, we're Toonami kids. Of course, we're gonna say Bebop. Legally, we have to say Bebop, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It knows when to leave.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't try to do it 20 years later and put it on a premium
Yeah.
subscription service.
I see the manga that one. I said, I want to end it here, but it's good. No, I'm in it here. We're done. That's it. We're Breaking Bad this all. We're done. We're out.
I think Cowboy Bebop season 2. God, I was just thinking about like, yikes.
He came back.
But they would do that these days, wouldn't they? Yikes.
Oh no, please. No.
Please don't. Please don't. We like you where you're at, Spike.
Also, Cowboy Bebop was one like with Toonami. It had, when I saw the ending, I was so used to like not those kind of endings. I'm like, hey,
True.
I'm like, hey, like,
what the?
hey, hey, come on, dude, like, come on, come on, hey, this isn't funny. Oh, and one of the best sequence endings that I consider that song "Blue" that's played at the very end, probably one of my top 3 favorite songs of all time. So yeah.
And what's the one? Is it Green something? The phone.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's it. Always plays in my head. The really da da da. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
when
a
he's
good
falling down.
Yeah. The falling
oh,
down.
Netflix! How can you do that?
Oh God. Oh
Netflix.
my God. Oh man, I laughed so hard it hurt my throat. I think for sure.
Oh, the best scene of the Netflix show was when the Faye shows up and she's like, mother effers, and she starts shooting. I'm like, no, no.
Don't do it, no.
And our other buddy was like, please don't cuss right now. Please don't cuss. And then she starts cussing when she's shooting at them in that scene. It's like, yep, that was Netflix.
Yeah, it was. And then last note, Berserk, one of the greatest things of all time. And then yeah, I spent honestly a solid 5 minutes looking for the last disc to that episode because I'm like, well, it can't end like that. There must be an OVA, a movie I missed. Googled it and I went, no, go read the manga. And just like you, I did, and yeah, it gets even more addicting from there.
Can't wait for the 3D anime, right?
Oh no!
And then there's Miles who just didn't know when to.
I never seen.
We're having a good time here. And then you showed up.
I just never read. As I was talking about it, it's like, well,
that doesn't exist.
This is what we got, guys. Like watch it because we might not get anything else.
We got to get a better adaptation. Fingers crossed.
That does not. I feel that's a good way to, like, how an interpretation of a manga can make such a huge difference. Because if you're to see that like as your first introduction to Berserk,
you would laugh and never jeez,
you would not,
yikes,
you would not be into it.
No.
All I know is every time I see a Berserk, I always see it like, and it's like, this is a hero, and I see Guts like, like just like blood screen curdling, like with his big giant sword, like just, and that's our hero, guys. It's
like a good old time. They deserved it.
Well, oh yeah, and a shout out to poor little Sawako.
Oh, Sawako.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Always like her reactions. I always she goes chibi-fy everything when she kind of reacts.
Right.
What's funny about Sawako is like she is like almost like Sakuragi. They do a lot of like similar comedy where
Oh,
they're,
that's
like,
true. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's
where
true.
like they kind of like their faces change and they have like the goofy face and all
Mhm.
that, and so she can. Oh my god, she's so funny. She's so stupid.
It's a cute show. Should finish it.
Did you finish the Cowboy Bebop Netflix?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
I couldn't.
Oh.
You're a smarter man than us.
Fearless.
How do we justify a stupid name like Vicious? What if we give everyone a stupid name? Genius.
Yes, boss. Like, right on it.
Oh man,
Yikes.
I tried. I tried.
Didn't we all?
But see, it was so bad. I went and I rewatched the anime. And I'm like, yeah. And I think that's what another thing about my list. It's been shows I've rewatched multiple times, and like so like when I was making my list, like I started rewatching Kimi no Todoroki, and I was like, is it still in the list? And like I remember the first 5 episodes, 6 episodes is like kind of like the beginning. I'm like, it's funny, but I'm like I don't know, maybe I'm gonna push it out, and then once like the rival comes in and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, like here we go, here we go, here we go. Like we're
I know the song goes. I like this song.
Yeah. So oh yeah, and that writer, by the way, she's such a troll and she's good at it. So yeah, she knows how to. If it's a show that you want everything to get said in the first episode, 2 episodes, and wrap it up, nope, she's not gonna do that. She knows how to troll you, and I mean, she's a good writer in that sense.
I don't, because you said that you picked these because you like the characters in it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't catch who was your favorite from Cowboy Bebop,
Oh, Spike.
and what about Grave of Fireflies?
Well, that one, the Grave in the Fireflies and the War in the Gundam 0080.
Oh, Gundam, so good.
Yeah, those I would consider those as like two like perfect shorts, at least in movie length. Because the Gundam is it's a OVA, so it's 6 episodes. It's basically like a movie.
Yeah.
And then the Grave of the Fireflies. So I would consider those like my favorite movies, I guess, and that's why they're in the list. But so those I guess don't fall under the character because they're not series. But that's why I wouldn't put them in 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, but I feel like they're still like in my top like favorite anime because like as it's mentioned like Brotherhood, I know like if people were to watch it, they would always pick Brotherhood over Gundam 0080. But personally, me like Gundam 0080 is still like I like it more than Brotherhood, even though like I know that people will like Brotherhood more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
quick sell for Gundam since you reminded me. If you're not too sure where to start in the Gundam universe, because there's so many Gundam shows out there, War in the Pocket is a great way to start it, because that's what I did, and I was hooked, and then I went back and watched the old Gundam, and now I love Gundam.
Oh, and what's also fun about 0080 has a lot of Easter eggs to the original show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Gundam is a Gundam made for the main protagonist of the original show.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact.
So they have like little scenes where like things are happening or things happened in the other shows. Or
Yeah,
they
have
mention it.
because it's happened at the same time. Mhm.
Yeah, so it that makes it fun. But it's, as I said, it's a perfect story from like beginning, middle, and end. It's just like what I would consider a perfect story.
It's a good one.
I'll try to check it out. And Cowboy Bebop, I love that opening. I think it's one of the few animes, even though it's a really good one. I like the opening better than sometimes I would just watch it just because I wanted to listen to that song.
It's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
song.
It almost
It's a great opener.
It almost made my list, but because I don't feel that attached to the actual anime, I
Mm.
didn't put it in. I felt it wasn't fair.
I would put it in, but I knew everyone's gonna be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
And about Slam Dunk, you keep talking about it, and it just makes me want to watch. So I hope I can find a place to watch it.
It's on the interwebs, I hear.
Well, I'm
Everything's on the interwebs.
Zelda, seven
One thing
Seas.
one thing I like about Slam Dunk, it's an easy start. It's not one of those shows that take like it like building up. Like it gets funny like right away. Like as soon as it starts, it's already funny. So it's not one of those like you need to wait like 15 episodes. Like for example, there's
One
some,
Piece.
like I've seen like 30 like 40 episodes of One Piece, and I'm not saying it was bad, but it is one of those like it's like building little by little. Like Hunter x Hunter, that one took a really long time.
I feel like that one's not as. I mean, at least I was interested right away. I don't know.
I struggled with that one. I would watch like the first and second episode of like drop it, first and second episode drop it, but then people kept on saying it's dark, it's dark. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Maybe
Most people haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho.
maybe I had. Did you say everybody dies in Space Dandy?
Every episode.
What?
It's like it's a once again it's a comedy.
Right, because they do the multiverse.
Yes. So basically, that's their way of like kind of like setting up a different timeline. So like you have like this timeline, like they all die, and then the next episode it's like
they're fine.
They're fine. But the funny thing is like they're like, wait, did like something happen before? Like, I think so. Or so it has like that element, but it's just a gag, you know.
It's such a good show, Space Dandy.
Well, it's like an anthology, right? Like, hey, like there's guys, it's all you guys want to do one episode? Yeah, let's do one episode.
But the extra funny part is they actually do acknowledge it. Super like, wait, we're all Space Dandies?
Oh yes,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it super fun. Like it's so good. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Good pick, Ivy.
They do try to say like do like an explanation at the end, but at the end it just ends up being like funny. Like there's no real story to that.
Yeah,
one.
also too. At the end of the day, basically.
And there's some episodes where like something happens, you're like, oh, like that was so good. You wish it would continue, but it's not because that's it. It was a one episode.
Yeah, that's also true.
Mm-hmm.
Though I feel like a little off. Listening to your picks and the way you just describe things, I'm like, I wish I could describe what I'm.
I did make an effort this time because I'm like I feel I suck
focused. You guys were ready this time.
Yeah, because I feel I suck at describing.
That was rehearsal. That wasn't the last episode. It was rehearsal episode.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what
like,
we're calling it now.
It's like I like Ramna.
No, but
okay.
He fights real good.
Yeah, he is cool. Cowboy Bebop. I kind of did.
Spike is cool.
Everyone's
Sakuragi. He is cool. Everyone's cool.
No, but even like
War, not space Nazis. They're cool.
Whoa, there you go.
Even like describing the show like, oh, this is a slice of life. I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm watching. Like, is this shonen, shoujo? I'm so confused. I just watch it.
Okay, that that makes sense.
I feel uneducated.
I've been doing this
here.
for a very long time.
It's just a way to kind of categorize it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then just lastly to end my thoughts on your list, I think one of them, I think might have been the first one.
Okay. Toroke.
That you said that it's. Oh no! I think it was Ramna.
Ramna.
You said that it was a perfect abuse, equal abuse, right? Between the two characters.
Oh yes, because like he is.
Are they a couple? That's my question.
Oh well.
Yes and no.
I forgot an important detail about describing. So basically, Ramna, he's engaged to Akane, because they're trying to marry them so he can inherit the dojo. And they have the whole thing that like I don't like you, but they do like each other. So like they like talk smack a lot to each other, but they do like each other, you know. And I think when I was rewatching it, for example, in Inuyasha, she was Kagome was like in love with him before, and Inuyasha was like, no, but I still love Kikyo, you know. And in Ramna, from the beginning, they already liked each other, and I guess that's what I kind of liked, that like nothing was gonna come in between them. It was more about like that they're just two kids that are just being stubborn and like not acknowledging their feelings. So like Ramna does have a story, but it's very, very, very slow, and so that's why it is a main part of the story, but ultimately it's just like
does it end?
The manga.
Oh,
Anime
okay.
does not.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm satisfied as long as there's an ending somewhere.
Yeah. So, but even the manga ending, some people don't consider it to be the best ending because like it is a very Ramna ending, you know. So, but I don't think it's that bad, but I wouldn't put it as one of my greatest endings of all time.
Definitely not. And I still like Ron.
I just thought, like, is that a romantic anime? Not so you wouldn't.
It does have
It's a comedy romance.
Yeah, it's a comedy romance, and you can even consider it when there's a lot of girls.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a harem.
It's like,
but not really.
But it's not. No, but it's. I think it's one of those shows that kind of set up the foundation for harem.
That's true. I
Yeah.
guess I could see that.
because it's old. It's like from the 80s, so it's not like
You're
you know,
talking about very young here, Ivan. This is the very hot, hip, young
Yeah.
Taco podcast.
yeah. So it's but if I'm to describe it first, comedy, because that's his main thing. It's stupid.
Yes,
stupid.
basically.
Oh, okay.
It's stupid. Like for example, Ramna, he gets he's afraid of cats. Every character is flawed. Like every character in the show is like has a major flaw, and she just rolls with those gags the whole time.
Well, it just stood out to me that you said equal abuse. I'm like, well, maybe I'm doing romance wrong.
Yeah.
You'd be more abusive in your relationships,
okay.
Frank.
Yeah, well, they do a lot of like the Pokemon comedy where like they kick them and they go flying and all that, So like,
Fast enough again.
yeah, so like whenever like a girl touches him or starts flirting with him, she gets mad and she'll like smack him with like a table or something, like that kind of comedy, and then he'll like call her like like you're ugly or something, or so they just like abuse each other, but they like each other. It's one of those.
Something I won't understand soon. Oh, well, good list. I think I recognize a lot of them, but I haven't watched them, so I got a lot of homework.
All right, I guess that leaves up to me, huh, everyone?
That's you, host. Remember Miles, the host? Anyone?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here somewhere.
Sure you are. Just challenge check if he has a pulse real quick.
Hey, I'm here. Listen, everyone's feedback. Soaking it in. Because I know mine probably won't have any of your guys' stuff on my list. I can feel it already. All right, so I guess go mine. 9. These are top. I haven't ranked them because we'll be here all day ranking everything. Let's see. So first one off is Clannad, for obvious reasons. If you don't cry at this anime, what's wrong with you? Mailman Battle Network, or no, because I play the games, because I like the anime too. That's how it rolls. Just leave it at that.
Which one was that one?
Mailman Battle Network. What's it? Rockman XE, I guess probably be the more technical term that we use, but or NT Warrior for all you fans out there.
That I'll recognize it that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to, Ivan. You don't have to.
I don't. I just kind of like, oh, cool. Put it aside. Of course, Zetsubo Sensei. Another like Bakemonogatari kind of show. Like, it plays your head. You're overthinking it. You're with all the things of society. You think about, like, oh yeah, no, he does have a point there. Of course, Fruits Basket. My original, because kind of like it was my first shoujo thing to watch / read. I read a lot of them, but that was my first one. For obvious reasons, one day I want to watch the remake. One day, the Brotherhood, the Brotherhood equivalent.
Yeah.
But you have to be strong for that one because it goes through a lot. Just upset Miles here, or
you upset yourself.
upset myself too. Ray here, Hamtaro, because it was a Toonami show.
I don't really hate.
I know, but you always roll your eyes when I mention it.
I mean, it's funny because who remembers that show? But all right, out of the Toonami shows, no one says Hamtaro first, but then here's Miles.
Hey, I almost won a trivia concert once because of it once.
That is true. That did happen in Anime Con.
That's right. And
that was funny. Miles was there. It was they were playing Jeopardy, and then there was the Hamtaro category, and then Miles looking left, right to his components. You guys don't know? Beep. It's dumb. It's stupid. Yeah, that's correct. Next one. Left, right. Really, guys? You guys are dumb. Beep.
That's funny.
So that was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I didn't win, though, at the end of the day.
He won the Hamtaro category. Hands down.
Okay.
After that,
adult fans, it starts how you finish.
There you go.
I know, my next one was Ghost in the Shell, another Toonami late night classic. The Midnight Run, right?
The Midnight Run.
For a lot of the sci-fi-ness and more thinking about the world itself. The story could be a little
It's almost like my ghost is in the shell. If the soul was a ghost, and we put it in and then we say it in the opening credits of the movie, it'll sell millions. And we got the Black Widow, so we'll be all right.
It was fine until they acknowledged that. It's like, and then you knew at that moment when it said, "They have a ghost, like a
ghost in the shell."
And that's like
another head slapper.
No, me and Ray were there and they're going, here we go. It's like watching the Cowboy Bebop over again. It's just
and
like,
I used to be Japanese. Oh, yikes.
Oh yeah.
That's
See,
when everyone hit the escape hatch button and get
Never
shoot out of
kids-
the car.
Whenever kids, if I address the problem, that makes it better,
It's
right?
fine.
Everyone-
Classic writer syndrome.
Yeah.
If I say my flaws, it's not a flaw. What? Are you crazy?
Yeah. But you guys can see, I got it right.
Hey, I got the Battle Royale guy. You like that movie?
Every time it was like it was fun to the end. Anyway, next one is one I kind of watched last year. It's always fun. The Demon Next Door.
All right.
Yeah, it's a JC Staff show, which is kind of surprising for once because
And good
But-
JC staff, apparently.
yeah, that's fun. It's neat. No, it's a 4 comic because it's funny because you can see the 4 panels. Kind of. Anyway, second one, of course, Isle Master, another video game. Yeah, another video game anime, of course. Yeah.
Just love that synergy, don't you?
Well, I mean, I play the games. Wait, there's an anime for it.
Well, don't mind if I,
I
do.
watched the anime. And well, it's A1 Pictures too, so no, they have budget. No,
That's
this-
true.
And the show did pretty well in animation because a lot of I've seen a lot of other idol shows out there, but I never seen one that told told the animation dancing sequences things like that. Most usually cut like CG, though. At least Love Live, at least they always kind of they switch from CG models because there's too many girls on stage, right? They're dealing with 9 girls on stage, the budget. I cannot animate. Look at the budget here. This anime is too long. The budget's not that enough. But they did switch in between having 2D shots here and there, so it doesn't really jarring.
Mm.
But some other episodes so 3D, it's like what? And it kind of throws you out the whole show. Like what is this? But yeah, no, because I play the games. That's why I watch the anime. Like the anime. Someday, someone actually will bring it over here. But that's just me. And of course, number one, of course, everyone know, like Ray knows already. Keon. Then go to a show. You can go. Oh, yeah, I'll put a random episode today. Yeah, sure. And you just watch it. Yeah, I know what's going on. I know how it's going to end. I know how it's going to end, but I'm here enjoying this. I'm going to enjoy this forever, And I'll never watch the movie because that means it's over, and I can't.
I refuse to acknowledge.
I have the movie,
It's not.
but I can never watch. Like also the books too, but I just can never read them because that's it. It's like Reyes with Hajime Ippo. If I watch all of it, that means it's over. If I don't watch it, that means there's always something to look forward to next time.
Hey, that's why you should like Hunter x Hunter because it'll never end.
Well, see, the difference is Ippo's a good show, and then there's Hunter x Hunter, so that's the difference there.
Well,
Kion?
K-on.
Kaon.
K-hyphen-O-N exclamation
Yeah.
point, and then 2 for season 2.
the Light Music Club.
Oh,
That's like the
God.
best.
Isn't that almost like a Seinfeld type of show?
No, that's insulting, because that would imply that the show's good. No, I'm just
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
I mean,
He's just shooting at
they're-
everybody.
They are doing nothing, I guess. But see, the difference is Seinfeld's actually funny, and then K-on's
another shot.
K-on.
Well, Keon says the point hey, we're doing it's a rock band group
Sure, it is. Okay,
yeah. Hey, you saw
alright.
you seen the opening right now? Huh?
Yeah. Don't believe his lies.
Shoot back, Miles. Defend yourself.
The opening's pretty good though. It's still
There
It's
you
a
go.
good opening. I'll give you that. Guess
it's
I
a
can't
it's a
argue
good
that.
line though, because after a while it's like wait.
And then you watch the show, and then the disappointment kicks in.
Well, then you realize it's not about music. But
it's the same who did Hardy. How bad can it? Ooh.
oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And Lucky Stir.
Hey,
Well, you're always disappointed, so
This
let's
is
not be
true.
surprised.
I'm a grumpy sourdough shonen.
see the thing is you get used to it over time. You build a callus so that way you'll let the hate come in. You just, it bounces off. And you're like, oh, okay,
Hey,
cool.
Clannad's good. I'll give you that. Clannad's good.
Yeah, we always say after story. You never say.
Well, no one real. Well, when we all think Clannad, we're all thinking After Story. No one's thinking season 1. We all put up with season 1 to get to season 2.
Is Clannad a romance?
Yeah.
It becomes more of a romance in season 2, but yeah, I guess it is because it is a visual novel and I guess technically a harem, but the anime really doesn't make it look like there's a choice.
I'll
Okay.
explain it to you because I can't explain it
Do it,
too
Frank.
complicated, so it'll be a very very basic explanation.
Okay, here we go.
Let's.
Season 1, there's a guy and all the girls like him.
Mr. Popular.
Sasuke,
I don't even know why he's one of those guys that is popular for no reason.
protagonist powers.
Yeah, so
yeah.
he ends up with a girl, and then season 2 is about them two together
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
and what happens after. story.
After story, there you go. Hey, you should write these out. You can do an anime, Frank.
So I do like this one. For animes actually show like different routes, at least like for 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they show the what if stories,
Because like
scenarios.
that and Amigami, that's another visual novel.
Well, the whole series is a what if almost.
Yeah, but that one at least a few times like, oh, there are other routes here, not just there's one main route.
That's
Wait,
true.
so is it almost like a Rumbling Hearts type of?
Oh no,
I mean,
Rumbling Hearts is
well, that's not the dramatic because that's like way over the top drama, but the basic formula and setup. Yeah, I guess technically.
Rumbling Hearts is more like a telenovela. Like,
but that's more of a love triangle. Is there another option but the 2 girls in Rumbling Hearts?
I don't remember.
I think it's only the 2.
No, it's always a 2. Like,
because like in Clannad and other shows, there's like I don't know up to 4 if not more.
5. Usually there's 5, maybe. Well, anyway, like Amigami, they show the secret route girl, like the one episode at the end. There's always a 6th bonus one, but you have to do like certain things right to get her to unlock, right? Something like that.
I mean, well, in the video, we're talking about the video game, talking about the anime.
Well, I have both.
Well, the synergy once again. Gotta catch them all.
Hey, if I watch the anime and there's a game for it, most likely I'll test it out.
Don't mind if I do.
What do you mean? A gotcha game? Sure. Here we
There you
go.
Here's my credit card. Catch me in San Diego.
All I
I'll
know
be
is
next to Shenmue.
Play Asia is my friend. Without Play Asia, I can't get most of my games I have. Anyway, so that's my list. Any hot takes? Any takers? I know Ray's like he's like getting axe ready to go.
I mean, Clannad's good. I think I said all I need to say.
I think he's out of bullets. He already shot them.
See, the thing is, it's always weird. I like Ghost. I like the concept of Ghost in the Shell, but the actual characters and beat by beat are kind of like it's okay. But the world I find very interesting. I like Ghost in the Shell for sure, but it's just like I guess I don't love it as much as most people. Probably,
well, I admit the best part was all not the main arc, but all the side stories. You see, learn about more characters.
I do like the more episodic things. I find a little bit more fascinating than the the elusive man and the
elusive
the laughing man and the elusive 11.
Yeah,
I think that's
But the best part is like watching Tachikomas. Tachikomas in that
CG guys.
They'll talk about the AI is talking about like it's like showing out there and talking about life and how they processes things.
And then you can see the robot man beating with the cross. Get it? It's like Jesus.
You guys remember a lot.
I'm a nerd. Hello.
Yeah, you guys have a very good memory. A Ghost in the Shell, I've only watched the movie and when I was a kid and I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Well, that's a lot to take in as a kid for sure.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what it was. But it was very visually...
Oh, it's a great movie for sure still.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need an entryway, watch the first movie and then watch the TV show.
Yoko Kanno for the series.
Oh, yeah.
So I've heard that music and it's very good.
That is very true.
I wrote down a few things.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't want to forget.
What a good student.
That's a Frank notes, I guess we'll call it.
It's going for that A+ today.
Wow. Well, thanks. Well, does it come with a little prize?
No.
Then your compliments mean nothing. All right. So with Clannad, Afterlife,
is that the third season?
That's what I put. These are bad.
I better stop myself. I'm gonna spoil the show.
These are bad.
I mean, he's not wrong in a certain context. But
if you do real bad in the game, you get that mode unlocked.
Yeah. They call it the bad ending. Yes.
Bad end.
Whoops.
I thought of South Park when they're playing Guitar Hero and then they finish the game. Like, what is that? You suck.
Yeah.
Or what did you suck? Or they
something like that. Yeah.
So I was thinking like you get the afterlife and you're dead.
Yeah, basically. You are this Dark Souls over here.
I don't remember much about it, but you should watch the first season if you want to enjoy more the second season.
True.
That's my take on it. And about Hamtaro, I remember Hamtaro, so don't feel bad.
You're also
he's just a mean guy.
It's fine.
I just remember.
Well, it's funny because you hear there's Kenshin, there's Gundam Wing,
there's so many choices.
There's Dragon Ball Z.
That's all I'm saying.
Hamtaro.
I just remember the Toonami promo was like, he's like, at least they're cute. Or something.
All right.
Yeah, that was a promo for Toonami.
They're so adorable or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, But if Optimus Prime's telling me it's good and normal,
Your soul. Oh, Optimus. What else should I watch?
Well, yes.
Taro. Well, yes, I will. Optimus. Thank you.
Did he pass?
Pass away?
Yeah.
I think he's still alive.
Yes, he's still
alive, right?
Batman passed away.
Batman, yeah, Kevin Conroy sadly passed away.
Yeah.
Still hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Also Toonami.
Yeah. That's why Ray can't wait for the Suicide Squad, that game to come out.
I mean, it's his last one, it seems like.
It's like, well, you have to get it.
Well, basically, I have to buy it. Even if I don't care about the game, I'll buy it just for that reason alone.
And about Ghost in the Shell, I don't know. Were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh.
I'm good.
I just remember enjoying the opening a lot, and I'm like, whatever happens, happens. I gotta watch it because this opening's
That's
too
a good opening, though.
That's true.
That's a good opening if it can have you watching the show just because of the opening. So
Yeah.
that
They did its job.
Yeah,
But
it
if
did
you
it.
ask me what Ghost in the Shell is about, I have no idea.
About that ghost in the ship.
It was interesting though. I was like,
It's more those like Grace says, it's most of a concept of society in which, you know, what happens when we found a way to cybernize our brains and we can live longer than we're supposed to, right? How would that work out, right?
Oh yeah, I guess if you've watched Ghost in the Shell, watch Salesman's Lane.
Yeah, well,
They're pretty similar.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
the more you think about it, right? It's like, but
Everyone's seen Ghost in the Shell, but not Lane.
I've
Let's
been,
change that.
yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about Ghost in the Shell because I'm watching Psycho Pass right now. For some reason-
that'll also do it too.
For some reason, I get the same vibes.
Oh no, there's a definitely reason why if you've seen Psychopath. Spoilers.
But yeah, Ghost in the Shell, another live action failure. I mean, I wanted to ask,
One day, Hollywood.
is there a good live action out there?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah. Well, guys, why
You
you
know,
guys looking at me like
but
that?
in a way, if you just change it from Goku to Gohan, it might work out better.
Like
I mean,
25% better?
No.
Here we go.
Right
So-
now, my favorite live action is the Mario movie.
I mean, well, that's video. I guess I separate my brain.
Well,
Go video
oh,
games,
yeah.
anime.
Would Bumblebee count?
I guess Bumblebee would count. That is an anime.
Yeah, for the
Transformers from
win.
Japan. Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would probably say
I hate
Bumblebee.
Transformer the movies.
Have you seen the? I will. It's somewhat different. Have you seen the Bumblebee movie?
No, I haven't.
I liked it.
It's much better than all the Transformers movies.
Well, yeah, we get all the crud that's from Michael Bay. You sweep that under the
Someone
rug.
actually watched OG Transformers and said, "Oh, I understand the show," and said, "Here's a movie of that," and we said, "Yes, this is it."
It's not Michael Bay.
It's not Michael Bay.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
That's why I could watch. Go. Yes.
Because
this-
like his fighting is so like I feel nauseous. With
No,
his
well,
It
fighting.
definitely.
Well,
can.
I'm
Michael-
like, what's happening?
a
Like,
Michael Bay film pretty much is the same thing over and over again. Here's a car flipping over.
Car chase, explosion.
It's-
Car chase, flip.
it's
Car chase, explosion.
Every single movie, because you could literally go any single Michael.
You know a Michael Bay movie when you see it.
And like the camera's
Put
weird.
the camera real low where the
and
tires are.
and then make sure your camera's right in the face of everybody to see their faces.
yeah, it's annoying.
Hey,
And
but those,
explosions. It's just like
The Rock is all right. I'll say that.
those Linkin Park songs were good though.
Wait,
What?
The
What?
first two had the theme songs were from Linkin Park.
Oh, right.
well, yeah, well, you know, but you can.
That was the best part.
But you can listen to songs like, okay, cool, yeah, sure. What? I don't care. What? No.
Apparently more Linkin Park music or something I heard recently, by the way.
Yeah, they're
Oh, you said they're bringing
the 20 is almost gonna be the 20th anniversary of Midoriya.
Wait, isn't
The
that the
third
second?
one.
No, that's a
No, the second one's a remake.
Okay, fine.
Or what? I guess would be the second one.
Well,
guess.
it'd be really the second album, but I guess it's technically the third album because the second album's the remix album.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Forgot about that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're technically right.
Yeah, but there's like as I listened to it a couple of days ago, they had a couple new songs. On
yeah,
there.
right. There's some new. I heard that on the radio the other day, and I went, "Oh, damn."
Well, to finish up my thoughts on Miles' list, Idol Master reminds me of that video game, Dead or Alive, the volleyball one. Where
I mean, yeah,
it wasn't really about the volleyball. It was-
I mean,
Did you ever play it?
Oh, of course. I'm an otaku. Yes, hello.
yeah.
Anime
I mean-
boobies.
I mean,
Hello.
I mean, Frank's kind of not wrong though.
I mean, it's not totally wrong.
Like you're obviously playing for a different reason.
Your
but-
favorite waifus, basically.
I don't mean to like make you guys deep think.
I thought you make up your mind. Am I supposed to think or not?
Yeah, I know.
think?
No, no.
I never
Mixed
like a
messages.
conversation here. But then now he said, no, never mind. That's too deep.
That's because I saw you like kind of like deep breath, and then
okay, no, because the more you think about it, it's like he is not wrong. The more I think about it, face value, we get a game, and it turns out the game's totally different than what you actually thought the game is. I mean, he's not wrong here. Just saying, logically, he's not wrong.
Yeah. So, K-On! Is what I was gonna comment on next.
Yeah.
You said that you never watched the movie.
Yeah, there's definitely a movie. It's supposed to be kind of like the final, I guess, the final. But I would say a final movie. It's kind of like to go overseas, go to England. I guess kind of. I never go because that's the last content I haven't read yet or watched yet. And if I were to watch it, then there's nothing left.
What is the show about?
Cute girls doing cute things.
I mean, Idol Masters, the anime.
I mean,
I've never seen Idol, so I have no comment.
I'm gonna check them out.
You don't have to.
Okay. Basically, Idol Master pretty much is like girls want to become idols. You play as a producer and you help them achieve their dreams.
Take it off.
I was gonna say yes, good dance for me. Please dance.
That was Family Guy. Like, take it off now. Do I have to? And then K-On! Is about.
Well, K-On's about a light music club.
What if Koyuki learned to play guitar and did nothing else but that?
Oh, I'm gonna check it out.
And he hung out with everyone else at the group.
That made sense.
Hey, they have tea and cake, all right?
Oh, that's really what they do in the anime?
Literally, yeah. Like half the show is just that.
Tea and cake, and we all have.
Is it funny though?
Sometimes the first season's all right. The problem is just kind of like, oh, we're doing this again. Yikes!
Well,
and it's longer too.
I promise you, I'm gonna watch it. I am curious. I'm sold. I'm like, that's your number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I mention Ivan's a masochist?
But to me, it's like because when I made a list, it's like what anime, like say I could put a random episode on, right? Say it's I had a bad day at work or something like that. Like I'll just put a random episode of this, and I go, I feel good,
Yeah, and that's what matters.
And that's what anime is. It's not about storylines and that. Like, hey, am I enjoying this episode for whatever it is, whatever it's worth? Yes, I am. Then I enjoyed this anime.
See, Ray, you should learn to be more like your brother.
I refuse. That is the wrong.
Well, I see you. See,
that's the most wrong thing you've ever said in your life, Frank.
And that's why, Frank. See, this is the light and the dark. See, there's the difference.
Have you met my 12 of the homies? We got a bunch of dark robes. We hang out in big tall chairs.
Yeah,
we got Spock over here.
Yeah, we got end soon because the meeting's gonna start. He has to go.
Got to get that kid with that stupid key.
Wait, give him a minute.
What that show kind of sounds like, it sounds like mini shorts, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, but it's a full episode, right?
It is, but I think isn't the original manga 4 comma?
Yeah, it's a 4 comma. Yeah, I read a lot of 4 comma manga, so there's a 4 comma manga like because I can easily when I work or because I have the Kindle on my phone, I gotta have a minute here. I'll be like 1 or 2 comics.
What's that one? Is that one considered that one the teasing?
Tagagi-san?
Yeah, is that also considered that kind of manga?
No, that one actually is a full manga. That one's not 4 comma.
Oh, because it kind of feels like that too.
It does, yeah. It does. You can see like how you feel it when watching anime and stuff. But that one's it's an actual like chapter.
Oh, okay, okay, I got it. I'm gonna check it out.
All right, so I guess that's my list. So, I guess are everyone ready for some bonus time then? Since I guess we finished.
We unlocked the bonus episode.
Now the 5th character will say
yeah.
Bonus.
The real challenger.
Bonus episode.
Oh my God! It's Gary Oak.
Smell you later.
Pretty much. How does he have 10 badges? He's only 8 at Kanto.
The afterlife episode.
Son of a bitch.
You know what? I think I was thinking about Ghostbusters, and because I've been watching the movies, and I just wrote Afterlife.
The bad ending.
All right, so I guess because this is technically a remake of episode 2, I guess we spiced up a little bit. Now we're gonna go to our, I guess, semi-favorite openings. I guess no, I don't think they're ranked, right, everyone?
Oh, I ranked them.
I ranked them.
Kind of ranked. I'll tell you when I get there.
We'll get to you. Like, yeah, that's
We're cooking on the fly in this truck today.
All right. I guess I should go first. I guess because I started this thing. Mine, of course, I guess to start off will be K-On! Opening 1.
What? What?
I know, like what shock.
What?
It's not the Chickman opening. We'll be all right.
I'm surprised it's not number one.
And I know it's opening 3, right?
Is this your top, like your 5th one, or your number, or they're not?
They're not in order because
Okay.
there you go.
no, because we won't be here all day, and
Okay.
I don't have time for it. Yeah. So number one, open one's course a banger. You know, they had girls playing instruments and dancing around, animations happening over the place.
The most music that show will ever have.
To me, he's also number.
I kind of feel some energy. You don't like it.
I do. I like because I know I've been harassing Miles about it for over a decade now, so it's like my legally. Once again, I have to.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but like because like if you watch the opening, you go like, oh, cool, we're actually doing like kind of like a back kind of show, right? Like
Okay.
that's how Ray thought. Oh, okay, it's like back. Okay, but we cute girls instead. Okay, I got this. And then the more you go on, it's like, oh, this is more cute girls doing cute things. Okay, I guess music. Are we going back? No, okay. I guess not. And that's why Ray got up and left.
So they never play an instrument in the show?
No,
They do for like 1.5 episodes out of 12 episodes in the first season.
Oh wow, that's interesting. 'Cause I really thought it was the girls playing music.
So did I. So did I.
Hey. But the endings though, that's where the magic comes
The
in.
little MTV music video.
Yeah,
that's true.
When they were kids, MTV, when you actually watch music videos for music you listen to.
I think the kids are too busy. What's MTV now?
Yeah,
that's true. Oh, we're old.
We're old men here.
So that's number one for me. All right, Frank, you're next.
Oh, we're doing one at a time.
Apparently.
Okay. Well, this list took me like 3 days because I kept going back and forth between a bunch of songs. A lot of times I just like anime just because of the opening. For example, High School of the Dead. I hate the anime, but I like that song.
Oh, that's interesting. What's wrong with High School of the Dead? I find super funny because that is like the most turn off your brain, enjoy the show, you have a good time, and then Frank's like, I don't like this anime. Which is it, Frank? Are we supposed to think or not think? Make up your mind, sir. Pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
Pick a
my
lane.
lane is
boobs and zombies. What else do you need in anime?
There's lanes for each. There's the lane for boobs. There's the lane for good story.
And
good
sometimes
action.
they merge together and make a great show.
Yeah, but I don't want my boob lane when I was looking for something else.
Okay.
It has to be what I'm looking for. You order a pizza. It should have the ingredients you ordered.
I didn't want this etchy in here. What is this?
I did.
I kind of remember that's your pick, right?
No.
It's
no.
okay.
I was just saying an example of an opening.
Oh, so it's not even okay. Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
What is this? Get sidetracked here.
So this was very hard because choosing how to rank them or how to, narrow it down to 5. And the way I decided is by how each opening made me feel. Because there are better openings, I think. But I think, what was it? I even said that those are the S tiers and he's not going to touch them.
Okay.
So I went with Gintama. Opening. This was tough.
Is this the one that everyone always picks? I'm sorry, it's because sometimes I Google YouTube and there's a Gintama one. It's the da 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 da. Is it that one or no?
Can you keep going?
No, I only know the chorus.
That didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't work. All right.
Do you know the name?
No, I forget the number and the name.
Is it happy or is it sort of serious?
It's like serious.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was
one of the later numbers.
Okay, no, the one I chose is the first one. I do like that one better, though. The one you're talking about, possibly, because it's at a serious point of the anime. Kind of like it's not a serious anime, but for some reason for that part, it's like okay, now we're in the Frieza saga. For some reason.
Basically, that's what it felt like when I see that opening.
And the anime does become that for 20 episodes or something.
Interesting.
But I went with the first one because that later part, I watched it on my own. But the first part, I watched it with my cousin, and I just remember watching an episode and then going on a walk and just a lot of good times. And also, as I was ranking these, I was with my niece and she was listening to all the songs, and she kind of said like, "No, this one's better." So
yeah, there you go.
She made the call.
Let the youngsters decide.
Yeah, but it's just She probably doesn't remember this, but I used to put this song for her, and
That's cool.
Oh,
like
that's
when
nice.
she was young. But yeah, so I'm going with Feelings for my openings.
That's a good show. Yeah,
And
can't go wrong.
if anybody's curious, it's called Pray.
Pray.
The
Okay. I
opening
think
one.
I've seen it, heard it, and I'm trying to remember. I have to Google it
It's
after the
kind of
show.
catchy.
I remember thinking like that was all right. I remember thinking that.
The animation is not great, but it kind of demonstrates what, like, I think it portrays Gintama the way it is. It's a bunch of random stuff, everybody's silly, and yeah.
Alright.
So that's my number 5.
Number 5. Well, I guess it's my turn, and I guess for me, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna rank them because I'm like kind of doing it on the fly a little bit, and I'll just do the obvious and the most like everyone picks this opening because it's the opening. It's one of the greatest of all time, and it's a Cruel Angel's Thesis from Ava OP1.
Yeah.
The only OP there is in the whole series, but yeah, it's just that song is iconic. The music, the editing, the timing.
Yeah.
It's the catchy beat that just plays in your head, and the nice crescendo to the opening, da, da, and then the water drops, and then da, 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 the flashes of the logo and the timing. And I still love the part with the end with the and it made me kind of maybe open my eyes like, ooh, editing's cool when you can just throw a bunch of random shit and be like, I'm thinking, feeling things all at this once, and I don't know what it is.
I will consider that an S tier.
Yeah, it's just it's I probably the most obvious on my list. Those maybe one or two that maybe people might pick, but I just got over it. And I try my best to not put it on my list, but it's just like one of the S tiers has to make it on my list, and so that's the one I picked because it's in my head. The music plays, the opening plays, and I guess in my list I try to think of both the music and the animation go together, because if I was just to do like songs separately, I'd have very different choices. Because I have kind of certain bands I like maybe too much, perhaps. But I try to, one per show, one per artist. So I kept them separate. But yeah, Cruel Angel's Thesis is a great show if you have not... Well, if you've not seen Ava the show, and then if you've not seen the opening, you should at least watch the opening. Hopefully that gets you to watch the show. Because also Ava's great.
Yeah.
That one almost made it was almost my 5. But like I said, Gintama means more to me than Ava.
I see.
Or Eva.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm next. So for me, when I was thinking of these, I was thinking about similar about the animation, well, like the visuals and the music, how it goes together, how it sets up the show, and what it means to me, like how it made me feel. I will have some honorable mentions of what I consider the S tiers of why they were not in my list, is because I just feel like they're like goated, and I think like that Eva one is one of those two that they're just like the iconicness is just at another level where it just but yeah, so my number 5 is Naruto 5th opening. The song is Seishun Kyoso Kyoku, performed by Sambo Master. I totally butchered that
Sambo
one.
Master, I believe that's correct.
Yeah. But this is the 5th one where they're running.
Which version though? Which version? There's so many
versions. Like, all of the openings.
It's the one that
give me a cup of water. Ding, ding,
yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
Wait,
ding.
is it the one where
they're chasing Sasuke in the story beat?
I really
the one where it's towards where he's already turning into the Nine Tails, and then Sasuke has a little
curse mark,
yeah. So it's that opening, and I freaking
before the filler opening, if that helps.
This is
Naruto.
Regular
OG.
Naruto.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you trying to sing it. It didn't help, unfortunately.
Apparently not.
Like when it starts as Naruto,
and the camera spins, and they gotta save Sasuke arc.
And then they're running and through the trees, and then it shows Neji like doing his spin move, and then it shows
guys got like the high pitched voice.
And then it shows
You're not Naruto. You fake. You put Naruto on your list, right, friend?
Yeah, but
fake fan.
I must not like that opening because I
must not like you then.
it's one of my favorite J-rock.
It's a good one.
Rock songs out there. I freaking love the guitar. The guitar is just amazing. So, and I think like, cause I know like for Naruto, like I know one of the most famous ones is like the second opening, but the one that I personally felt more that I connected more towards was that 5th opening. And I also like it because it's a part of the story where it gets more serious too. Yeah.
I really wanted to put Naruto on my list, but the problem with that one is that there was like 6 that I wanted to put on.
There's a lot. I struggled with that too.
And then there was like another 6 for Shippuden. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I better not.
Yeah,
but
so-
I really like so many. That's why I'm kind of surprised that I can't think of which one it is, because I literally went through all the songs. You know, we should give up. I'm not.
At
I'm
this
not
point, we've done everything. We probably could do the episode breakdown. I can tell you the different
pull the
versions.
plug.
Oh, I think I know we're doing it later on after this podcast.
There
Where
you
we're
go.
going.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then Frank.
Okay. So yeah,
That
so
one.
that's my number 5.
Good pick.
All right. I guess for me, number 4. I had it and I lost it in my head. Right. 1 sec. The first one, God Only Knows. Or the world. Sorry, the world God Only Knows.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I did add context.
The first opening,
Yeah.
season 1.
Yeah, because a nice.
The
build,
very slow. Da, 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 at the very end, that's how the melody goes.
Yeah.
What show is it?
A world God only knows.
I
I was gonna say it's a very, this is a very niche Miles anime that I've also seen and that I enjoy. Yeah,
What?
it's possible.
Are you feeling okay?
What am I? What am I fighting
What,
for?
no, yeah. What's the while win them over?
Do I like Chaos?
Your beer must be empty.
Oh no.
This one because it's a nice little build. It's a lot like I guess like a lot of technology, I guess like that. The thing is because
He's rocking a PSP for those who remember
yeah,
what a
he's
PSP
rocking a
looks
PSP.
like.
PSP. But no, it's about a guy who he plays visual novels. And he only thinks about 2D girls. So that's all. No, that's all he. No, he knows it. No, he likes playing visual novel games. But he of course he has to go and he's hunted by a devil to get to cleanse I guess demons from other girls. They like hide because they leave like the demon world. They go and the girls like whole I guess like I'm losing.
I'll simplify this was so there's this demon energy and apparently it affects girls. In order to save them, they have to make them fall in love with him so he could exorcise the evil demons.
Sounds very anime.
It is very
Yeah.
anime and silly, but it's very self-aware of the tropes it does when it comes to visual novels and harem games. So that's what makes it entertaining.
And also, someday made a manga come here eventually.
No, it won't.
No, it won't. Oh, no, that's
Sorry to break your heart, but no.
That's what manga Dex is there for, right, everybody?
It's a decent opening. I'll give you that.
So that's number 4.
So
Your
Am
turn.
I next?
Yes, it's you, Frank.
okay, so I think I should describe the anime before I say number 4.
Okay. Such a
I just-
mysterious.
I just lost it. Because I think if you listen to this opening and you've never seen the anime, it'll be just like like it's a catchy song. But this opening, I think it's special because it changes throughout. Like it's the same song and it's all the same animation, but they change the shades of the colors. So it starts off, it's very happy and by the end of the show, it's very dark and they even add rain to the whole thing. And I think that's kind of I want to say they were going for it, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't talk to the author or anything.
Why
But-
not?
I don't know. He doesn't text me back.
Such a jerk.
So basically, it kind of tricks you into thinking it's like a cute girly anime. And does this make any sense to anybody?
I
Well,
have
okay,
one guess on top of my head, but I'm curious.
You probably you probably guess it. And I just like that about this anime, how it kind of threw me off guard, and it was just like it felt different. The animation was very weird and funky. I'm gonna butcher the name because I always just call it Madoka.
Ah,
And
Oh yeah.
you've seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Ivan.
It's called Magical Girl Madoka.
Oh yes,
Madoka, yeah.
Okay, I have.
And it's
Madoka.
just like I remember watching them like, wait a minute, what? This is not.
This isn't like the
This
show
is-
at all.
This isn't going according to script.
Very true.
And so yeah, I just found it really sad and kind of like,
That's
we-
true.
We were happy episode 1.
Simpler times, weren't
Yeah,
they?
now we're
Simpler
not.
times.
I don't remember that in that opening. I'm gonna rewatch it.
Oh, it's a lie.
Yeah, there's a video out there. I don't know if it's still where it splits it into 4, and it kind of shows you how it changes throughout the
That's
episodes.
cool.
Yeah, there's like slight variations.
Yeah, so the opening itself, it's not like all that amazing, but just like knowing what happens in the anime and seeing the changes kind of like gets to me. So
That's a good one. All right, I guess that's my turn then. Now I suppose. Let's see. What am I gonna pick? I guess I'll pick. I feel like I'm trying to pick all the obvious ones, so I keep the listeners a little entertained to see what's coming as.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't already kind of mentioned it, and so I have to say it. I guess because I'm such a Naruto junkie, I had to pick one of them. The question is, which one? Is it Shippuden? Is it OG? But I guess for me, it has to be the OG because that's when I fell in love with it. And of course, I got to pick opening 2 with Asian Kung Fu Generation.
Wow, already third hand, huh? Okay.
Haruka Kanata, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah,
But it's a good one. Like when he screams that shot of
Yeah.
Naruto screaming. Yeah, it's a good one.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know how many times I listen to that song? Every time we do anime openings, it always ends with Haruka every single time.
So yeah, it's and I fell in love with the band Asian Kung Fu Generations from that, and like every opening, exception of what's the bad one? The
Bleach one?
No. No, the song's still good. The opening is kind of meh, but I was thinking song wise was the Dororo opening 2 one. I think I played that one. Yeah, it's very like it's fine, but it's like the most like Asian Kung Fu Generation phoned it in song of all time. It's like the greatest hits. But anyway, because they did for those who don't know, what's the favorite one I want? Erase. The Erase opening. Which also a pretty good opening.
That's where I like stuff from that whole anime altogether.
Oh, did you Erase too?
That's them, huh?
it almost made my list, but
Yeah,
I was looking at it and I'm like, the song's great, but the animation.
Yeah, and that's one of those. I really like the song. The animation's like it's alright, but Naruto OP2. So yeah, I really liked them as a musical artist. The beats and like it was to me when I heard that song, it's like because I was like I think I mentioned this in the last episode. Is I had kind of an anime hiatus and Naruto kind of brought me back a little bit. And when I saw that opening, I was like John Wick. Oh, I think I'm back. Yeah.
It's a good one.
I have a question about Asian Kung Fu
Generation.
Okay.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, I was running out of breath. Did they make the opening for Fullmetal Alchemist the original
Number 4,
the last one?
the 4 rewrite?
Okay.
Rewrite.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I just like in the opening when he kind of jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good opening.
I kind of wish that happened in the anime.
Shit, should I? Oh, maybe. Making me think now. Making me think.
Yeah, you penned it in. Like
I could still do more. It's only 1%. I say 1%. Damn it!
I can do it now. Well, Asian Conjuration.
Well, I edit this pocket so I could fix.
All
that.
I know is that my blue card's filled right here, so I'm waiting for the other one to drop in eventually.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, yeah, I feel those are the 2 most obvious picks. I think from here is, I'm like once again not S tier but A tier, so not super predictable, but yeah.
It's been sealed and laminated.
It's official now. But yeah, OP2, it's so good.
I like it. Not my favorite Naruto opening, but I like it.
Go for it, all your.
So my number 4 is Rurouni Kenshin. The second opening, the song is One Half.
Oh, half, yeah.
Yeah, and it's by Kawamoto Makoto. One of the best. She's such an amazing guitarist.
Did we see her live, Miles?
You did?
I think we did. She was at Anime Expo? Or is it just some lady who covered it who sounded exactly like her?
Yeah, I think it was
the snow opening, right?
Yeah.
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 I think that was. It sure fucking sounded like her.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I know that was. I'll have to Google see if she ever attended Anime Expo.
When anime was fun.
She was a very good cover artist, if not.
But I just love that opening period. Like that shot where
that the jumps with the flame,
and the flame, and it just the way it sets up. And it sets up all the villains and like it's a good.
And they have that. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite openings. Yeah.
What's it? Sanosuke with the fist at the
yeah.
It's like slowly raising it up. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Kenshin Junkie.
I don't remember this opening.
It's alright. You don't remember Naruto.
No,
it's alright. What do you remember?
I remember because of all the times we've seen episode 44 and 45.
The Kyoto arc is a banger.
Yeah, one of the best arcs of all time.
All right. I guess
It's
I'm
up to you now, Miles. Don't drop the ball now.
I'm not gonna drop the ball, but I'm gonna get looks from you. That's all I know.
What else is new?
No, I lost it again. Darn it. That's fresh because I feel all the eyes going like, oh, here we go.
What's he gonna choose? What's he gonna choose?
I won't look then. I'll turn away.
For me, I guess the next one would be Demon Next Door Opening 2.
Oh,
Like a little jazzy number. You know, everyone's like wearing little tuxedos going around. It's it's a whole one. Yeah, it's hard to describe it. Times in my head, but that like everyone's dancing around, little the little chibi guys going around. And the song, okay, like it's very like jazzy, I guess, right? So you go like, yeah, okay, a little different. I like between this and Opening 1, but Opening 1 is kind of your standard fare. I mean, it's fine, mind you, right? But I think Opening 2 has a little more pizzazz because it's like the second season, so
then more confidence.
Yeah, a little more decent. And like I said, it's like give me like jazzy feel of it because it's not like most openings usually you're like rock or pop, right? So I thought that was interesting to me. That's number 3.
I believe it's your turn, Frank.
Oh,
I look. Everyone's looking at me. And I'm like, I'm not hosting. Miles is the host. So
you're driving the truck.
Apparently, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm driving and hosting. Apparently, beep beep.
all right. So number 3 for me is I didn't know there was actually 2 openings for this anime, but it's Death Note second opening.
Oh no! Here we go.
Well, Hunter x Hunter fans, they would pick that opening.
I don't remember that one either. I need to.
It's the
Oh,
one.
you cannot once you've seen it, you cannot forget it because for a hot second, for a second, me and Ray were looking like, what the hell is
That's
this?
some random AMV. What the fuck? Oh, goddamn!
And I like, oh no, this is the opening.
Goddamn, BitTorrent screwed me again. Damn it!
I like it because it's so different.
It is different for sure.
I think that's the first song that I liked that style. It's like I don't know.
There's that artist, the
hard rock?
Loathsome something. The
I think it's called something like Billy. I don't know.
Parasite opening. Those people.
It doesn't matter. Like I feel bad because
in Las Vegas. No, is that something?
Well, that's the movie, but I think the name of the band is the name of the movie. I forget.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ivan says the actual name and the artist, and I'm just like, yeah, second opening.
That opening.
I'm like,
but that's how most people remember openings.
That's true. That's true. And that's what it is. But hey, if it gets you in the door and it makes you click on their Spotify page, hey, that's something.
I did go out of my way to get the song name and the artist.
I tried. Hopefully, I won't. I will continue. So far, I think I'm doing okay.
But yeah, that one, like, I remember my brother and my mom giving me looks when I would watch this. Like, what are you watching? I'm like, it's a cartoon. Are you sure, or it's like people are getting murdered here? I'm like, so yeah, number 3.
That's a good one. I know, I like to give people a hard time, but that is still a good opening. But I kind of lean towards number 1 a little bit more. But I can see the appeal.
I think that one's boring.
But that's why I like it. It's so boring. That's me. I'm a boring man.
It almost puts me to sleep.
Interesting. All right, I guess let's see here. So there's only one more I have locked in for sure, but I'm gonna be a little different. I'm gonna follow the feels here.
Oh, here we go, the feels.
So I'm gonna pick one that probably doesn't pop in my mind instantly, but it does make my list for like definitely like top 15 openings for sure. And I'm trying to remember because it's like all the I just know it as the opening. It's called, what is the name? It's the opening from Anohana Aoi Shiori. I think that's.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's a very kind of like melancholy, somewhat sad song.
Well,
it's kind of very sad, and it matches the show very well, and it just kind of makes you like. It's very it's a very reflective kind of show and song. It makes you kind of stop and think about yourself a little bit. You're like, what was I like back in the day? What would I do differently and this and that?
Which one's the ending?
That's the da 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 da. Those da 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 da.
Okay, I think I remember the ending more.
Yeah, it's also
well, the ending's also very kind because like
it's also very good.
You just watch some shit and then like
that song kicks in. Yeah, and the song kicks in. You're like, I gotta think about this for a minute.
Yeah,
but yeah, both the opening and ending's pretty good. But I like the
I
like the opening a lot.
I feel like I do remember it, but I need to like listen to it, but I do remember liking both of them.
Yeah, I need to listen again.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of a different my go-to kind of answer in opening, because usually when I think of an opening, I'm like, it's a rock and roll upbeat. Oh, let's go! It's time to punch some guys in the face. Woo! But it's like very soft, very calm, a big crescendo, and it just kind of leaves you off on like this sad kind of sour note. I guess I would describe the end of the opening, especially if you've seen the show all the way through. It kind of makes more sense. You're like, oh, I get it. And plus, it makes me feel very old because those kids have Game Boy Advances and they're children. And I'm like, I remember when I had a Game Boy. Ouch. So yeah, that's my pick this time around. Ivan's turn.
Okay, so my number 3 is Kimi ni Todoroke. The song is actually called Kimi ni Todoroke and is performed by Tomofumi Tamizawa. So history. So I finished college and I didn't know what the heck to do. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch some random anime. Saw the cover. I'm like, okay, click, heard the song, and it made me fall in love with the show. I am gonna get my little nerdy music going. But just the chords are just some of the most interesting songs I've heard. Like I guess in like a pop song. And something else I love is the guitar. Like this is where my guitarist, the inner guitars in me come in. So like the tone, the quality. So it's just a very like the tone of the guitar. So it's just like it's the actual production of the song, but then it's also the actual opening, like the visuals, and it's that you know how usually anime they show like the friends and then they're running and then they're like nope, it's just like her like getting dressed and like this is Sawako once again, and just like she's slipping in one of the scenes. So it's just basically sets up the show for like this is her story and her like her ditziness and just the end shot is like the main character and her, and then just like I set up the romance that they're gonna have between each other. But that is one of my favorite songs, like in general of like anime. Yeah, so that's my number 3.
All right, I guess now we're at number 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Number 2.
All right, for me, number 2 is kind of like it's a really one out there because I will get it. For me, it's let's see, I guess it would be Midnight Battle Network season 3 stream. That opening, because it's like kind of like there's a lot of piano in it. I always like songs with a lot of like you got like piano in the background, like din, din, like all the chords, things like that. It's also kind of it's catchy because it kind of goes in and out.
That's not the one I know, right?
No.
Okay.
Because the chorus, the number 1 chorus is like the rock man. It's very kind of your generic anime song and whatnot. But like that's when to me like number 3 is kind of like it always. The melody always gets to me sometimes. I kind of like you hear
How does that one go? I feel like I've heard it. I'm just trying to remember it. Oh, okay. I vaguely remember.
Yeah, because there's a lot of piano. It's like
yeah.
I always like songs with like a lot of piano in it. For some reason. I don't know why. It's like the chords when they like certain.
It's a beautiful instrument.
Yeah, when it kicks in certain moments, like yeah. Okay.
What's the song? The opening?
Battle Network, right?
Battle Network.
Yeah.
Number 3. Correct?
Yeah, number 3 because
But it's because there's several Battle Network shows and they all have different names.
Oh.
Yeah, it's season 3. That's the best way to remember it.
Basically.
Oh, cool. When you were singing it, I was. That's why I asked you about the name, because I thought it was the song from Angel Beats.
That's narrow. It's one of the shows I should watch. I never got there.
He still hasn't. Yeah, it's the most mild show, and he still hasn't seen it. That's still funny.
I feel like I watched it, but at the same time I didn't watch it because I was playing Maple Story at the time.
Well, that'll do it.
And I kind of wasn't paying attention.
That makes sense now.
But I love the opening. That was cool.
It's a good one.
So is it my turn or?
Yeah.
It is your turn.
So I was flip-flopping a lot between 1 and 2, and maybe next week this will be my number 1. But for now it's 2. I think this 1, 2, 3.
This would be number
4,
2.
Number 2 if we're going upwards.
5. This is the 5th opening of the show.
Oh.
But it's kind of hard because season 1 has 3 openings and season 2 and 3 is just 1.
So Ippo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but I like I like the
That was-
first
I
song.
like how I got it just by the first season alone.
I like the first song better,
Ah,
but overall, I think this final opening is better. Oh, it's called Ippo New Challenger.
right. That's
Oh, if you want the full name, Hajime no Ippo Rising New Challenger. I'm out of breath. I think this one's the animation is beautiful. And I would kind of tell you guys to watch it, but it kind of has a lot of spoilers.
I was
and
gonna say
if
probably
you're
a spoiler
planning
doesn't know.
on watching the show, it's not a good idea to
Oh
watch.
no!
It's one of those openings, not the ones that always like. Oh,
Tells you
I
the-
hope you read the manga because here's all this right here.
I mean,
What was that vampire show?
if you're someone like Ray, or
Oh,
Except for off the end.
right.
or if you think about it, like yes, of course this stuff was gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I
but
mean, sure.
but I guess like watching the opening, you'll be like, oh,
I
it
thought that
happened.
guy was dead.
It
I guess
happened.
he's all right.
No,
mean-
nothing like that.
Okay, but literally the what I was talking about is literally that.
Yeah, like I guess
I
he
guess
made
he's
it.
fine. Oh, all right.
Yeah, second 2 episodes in, like I don't know if that guy makes it. Oh no, he's in the
I
opening.
know he's in the
credits.
opening, so I guess he's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All right.
it's-
Shook it off.
So just watching the opening, it kind of like there's this one part where there's a bunch of bubbles and it kind of just shows you all the characters and stuff like that,
Mm.
and it kind of makes you remember the whole show and how they make you wait 10 years for the next season. But,
Nostalgia. Got it.
yeah, and then just the what do they call it, antagonist
Mm-hmm.
from that season. I think that's like probably my favorite one and the most evil one that has
Oh.
happened in Ippo.
Mm.
So that's why like the animation, or how Andy says, Andy, you're not Andy.
You're not Andy. Hold a second.
Ivan, my bad. The visuals are beautiful. The music, it's fitting because it kind of just has me like, oh, Ippo, like finally it's here. So yeah, that's my Ippo just means a lot to me. So this is why I picked.
I put you on the spot, Frank. Best one of the original or the first series, season, whatever you want to call it.
The opening?
Yeah.
Originals.
Pick out
Oh,
of the
the
first,
first
three.
one.
Oh.
No, you didn't hear me.
Oh, I did. No,
I said that the first opening is like I like.
I was too busy guessing. Is this Ipo? I was too busy thinking.
See,
Yeah.
you think too much.
I know this is true.
Yeah, the first like
You
the
like the
first
first
one.
opening more.
I like the first opening better because the song is so catchy and it makes me want to work out. It kind of like it is Ippo, like striving to be. He just wants to be a boxer and like then he wants to be stronger and stuff like that. Whatever.
Not a boyfriend.
That first one represents Ippo better than the last one, but the last one means more to me because just the journey that I've been through,
Mhm.
and it
Makes
kind of like
sense.
it's just a really nice opening. I wish you guys could see it.
So do I, but I don't want it to end.
It has. I think if the first opening had the budget, this one.
That is true. It is a little on the budget for sure, but it's a great opening still. I do like that one the most out of the original three.
Yeah, I wanted to add it because I think more people should watch
It's like
Ippo.
Lemon Star, or is that the band? Something like that.
That's a weird name.
It is. That's why I kind of vaguely remember.
Oh, and there's the opening too. You kind of like, okay, I guess.
And that becomes like the song of Ippo.
Did you not like the first one, or did you like?
I like the first one more.
Than all of them.
Out of the first three, yes.
Oh, okay.
I pretty much I might switch out the third opening for the second opening.
A little side note. I think the music in Ippo is really good. Like when they're fighting, and just it gets you in the mood, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. And New Challenger, it looks weird. I feel like it has the Street
Aw.
Fighter 4 effect where they got really
Oh,
buff.
I know what you mean.
And I mean, they look really shiny because whatever it takes.
Right.
And another thing, I feel that if I had watched New Challenger, I don't think I would like Ippo because just they changed everything, a lot of stuff. I'm usually not picky about this stuff, but
You're thinking too much, Frank.
it's you're rubbing off on me.
Where I get off too much, Frank.
But it just shows you like the way they make something matters a lot because the music went from rockish. Is that fair to describe it?
Yeah. that's-
To like orchestra or
Oh
it's really weird, like Beethoven or something like that.
wow.
And it's not bad, but it's just it had like
It's just not Ippo.
Yeah,
yeah, I can
That
see
sounds
that,
like
for
Dragon Ball
sure.
Super to me. That's
and
what it sounds
and
like.
Oh, that's a terrible soundtrack.
a great
Could
thing.
be better. Could be a lot better.
A great thing that Rising did was they went back to that music. So I'm really happy with Rising.
That's good.
Hopefully they
It's good
keep it
to know.
going.
Makes me feel better. Makes me feel better.
Hopefully one day you get there.
One day, Frank.
Once
One
they-
day I'll have the courage.
Once they announce a new Ippo anime, Ray's back in.
All right. All right. Here we go. Really see the pants. All right. I guess I'm gonna go with this one because I usually pick this opening like it's always like in my top 5 positions when I make my because like
Alright.
every like 2 years I literally make like my top 100 anime
Wait,
openings.
let me get my bingo card. Go ahead.
So yeah, Miles is gonna probably know what this is. Guess Miles. What is it gonna be?
It has to be fine Naruto opening 4.
It can't be. He already said Naruto.
Frank is on the money.
Damn.
I'll give you one more chance.
Bleach opening 2.
Ooh, you were close, motherfucker. You
Oh.
were this close.
Damn.
It was on. It almost made the list.
3?
Damn.
Opening 3?
No. It actually. I was thinking. Now it's the problem. I was like, okay, which Bleach opening? Then I went on, and then it was like, no, leave Bleach alone. Leave Bleach alone. But I went for Psychopass season 2 or opening 2, not season 2.
Uh-huh.
Opening
What?
2. Indeed. And that's what I feel like, because I don't feel like no one ever talks about that opening. Everyone talks about the first opening because, it's the
I would say
Tokyo
the
Ghoul
opposite.
guy.
Wait, I like the second opening better too.
What? Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Huh.
almost put it
I
on my list.
always
but
thought number 2
And
was
before I
like
forget,
popular.
the song is called "Out of Control" by Nothing's Craved in Stone. It's a very like guitar heavy rock and roll kind of thing.
sing it.
Yeah, and
I'm just kidding.
it's actually in English too. It's what is it? And I feel
Yeah,
something,
that's definitely the one I like.
something, everything to you. Yeah, more than ever. Yeah, it's like I can't do.
That one.
You
even-
challenge me, sir. How dare you? But yeah, no, I really like that. It's very rock and roll, very heavy. The visuals are also very
Yeah.
cool and like also very like subtle references to the show. If you've seen the show, like, oh, I get it. It's a thing from the thing. Hey. And just the timing and it's very, if anyone's seen the GTO opening, there's a couple shots like, this is just the GTO opening.
Well, I mean,
And the GTO opening is like superb. I love it a lot. And so I guess I didn't realize that at first. I'm like, hey, this is just GTO. And like the shot with them. Oh, I'm a sucker for like the characters. It's like you said, Ivan, the Naruto with the rocks and everything. They have that shot of all the characters lined up and all looking cool and stoic on top of like a skyscraper-ish building for some reason. They have that shot in the Psychopass opening too. So it checks all the box visually. It's got like this whole like hazy fog thing, very comic booky, really bright visual colors. The music very loud and like I said, rock and rolly. So yeah, I think that's a great song, great opening. That everyone always talks about the first one, which I like, but not as much. It's not even close to me as the second opening's way better. But Tokyo Ghoul, I guess. What's why it wins. Tokyo Ghoul's all right. The opening, I'll give you credit for that. Yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I've been watching that right now. So
Oh, there you go.
and I was, my niece liked that song. She was like,
Ah.
hey, what is that? Because when she asked, that's when she likes it.
Yeah, and the original song's like way longer too. It's kind of interesting to see them edit it down to like 90 seconds.
That one, I kind of wish the endings were openings. The first two?
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
They would have definitely made the list if they were flip-flop.
Stay tuned to the next episode. My
Yeah.
best endings.
Oh, that's gonna be way harder.
Oh.
Cause
let's not open that box today. Let's
because,
Not
like,
today. Not
for-
today.
Like in Inuyasha, that's like all of them are like freaking bangers. like every single one of them. But I haven't seen Psycho Pass. I need to watch it.
Pretty good. It's one of the good sci-fi ones out there.
Is it gory?
A little. It is a little gory.
That's one of the reasons why I kind of didn't watch it because I kind of
It is a little gory.
yeah.
I wouldn't say
It's not a lot, but a little.
like I don't like horror and gory stuff, and it was
It's
fine
more
for
like
me.
action.
Yeah, it's more mystery thriller action, which just so happens there's one or two scenes like, ooh, yikes, ouch.
Oh, okay. Because I think I seen something of like a bad scene. I'm
Like the
"Ooh."
first episode, it doesn't hide the fact it can be gory.
Oh,
But
okay.
I would say like it's probably like every maybe like 4 or 5 episodes there's like a gore scene, but I won't say like a whole episode's like a gore fest.
It's mostly talking.
Yeah, it's a lot of conversations and like what makes this world tick and who's right, who's wrong. It's like, Death Note meets I don't know, Ghost in the Shell, maybe.
Yeah. I need to check it
What
out.
if the Death Note was a computer in a gun?
Not wrong.
Okay, oh, my turn.
Your turn.
Okay. So, my number 2 and my number 1, how Frank said that these can, it depends on the day. But
Right.
for today, I think I'm gonna put my number 2, Gundam Wing second opening. The song is Rhythm Emotion, is performed by 2Mix. I know the first opening is more iconic, that dun 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 dun, dun with the hand,
just communication.
But the production of the second opening is just phenomenal. Some of the best animation, because I was rewatching a lot of them, and some of the best animation.
It's got the cool dramatic poses for sure.
And it has my anime crush, Relina.
Oh, Relina. It's got Relina front and center.
Yeah, she has in her yeah, she has her 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 suit or whatever.
Yeah, her she never wears the show, I don't think. But she looked cool in the opening.
Yeah. She looks down
at
Hiro.
I love anime openings.
Oh, but the beginning when the da 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 da, and then Hiro's in the Gundam. And so that is my and as I said, the production, like, it's, I mean, like, when you look at some new anime and you look at that opening, like, they freaking tried. So I think that's just a combination of a great song and like the visuals. It has everything. And I guess the reason why I picked number 2 over number 1 is because number 1, the first opening, was used for like 40 episodes maybe, and then this Rhythm Emotion was added to like the last 8,
it's like
9. So you knew it was getting like, you're getting towards.
Just getting serious now.
Yeah. So that's my number. My number 2. My number. Yeah.
Is that because it's one of the Gundam Wings? Which one's the one? I forget which pilot is, but there's like, it has kind of like the only sour note about the opening. It's got like one of the pilots in a goofy pose going, yeah.
Oh, Troa.
Is it?
He has like his mouth open.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and it's just like this weird pose that like just always every time I see it, I go, that looks a little silly.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
And I don't know if that was opening 1 or 2.
No, it's the second one.
Oh, this okay. I want to say it was the second one, but wasn't sure.
Catra is like, looks sad.
Yeah.
Face like kind of walking away.
Yeah.
Duel looks like, it's like he looks like kind of serious, and then Troll has like that mouth open.
Yeah. I just remember thinking, that's not the greatest photo. Can we redo that one?
That's probably the only flaw.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only other reason I would, knock it down a point.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
All right. I guess now we're down to our final pick.
Miles' favorite opening of all time.
For this week.
For this moment.
Okay, since I already found for guess. My number 1, I guess, for this week would be Idol Master's opening 2.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I know it's changed. Thank you very much. I actually know the number for this.
Sing it first, please.
No.
Yeah, so
I will not.
I really want like a list like for these songs so I can check them out.
Are they all the same song? Is my next question.
Oh, let's go.
Idol Master made a hat trick.
Perfect run.
I say because it's A1. They brought the A game. Everyone's dancing around, singing. It's a lot of colors coming at you. It shows. It's a lot of animation, emotion. I guess that's the way to describe it. A lot of colors popping out, flying at you. Everyone's dancing around. It's a catchy song too. But most Idol Master songs are kind of catchy. So that's why it's number 1.
Favorite game, favorite anime, favorite.
It checks all the boxes.
Well,
it just keeps reappearing no matter where we go.
I know we make another category. It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Favorite lunch.
Favorite lunch. Idol Master.
Did you want to say something else about it or?
No, I'm good. I ran out of things.
It's really good.
It's just the I'm gonna check it out now.
There you go.
It's the GOAT.
I'm definitely gonna check it out, Miles. Wink, nod.
As Ray's ready to grab it, in the trash it goes.
I thought he was doing a different kind of joke. Like, I'm gonna check it out. Okay.
That's for the the midnight run episode.
I'm still thinking about Dead or Alive volleyball.
Aren't we all?
So number 1.
All right, number 1. I can't say too much about it. It's One Piece.
Oh, which one? Oh, let me. Is it the first one?
No.
Okay, that's too obvious.
Well, I don't know the name, so if you're
what
if
number
you're looking
perhaps?
for that, it's 14.
14.
Oh yes, 14.
It's a It's a fine year.
Are you kidding or do you know it?
Yuffie and his gang were hanging out the most. They were having a good time sailing the seas. Found all that treasure.
Well, it was a hard choice between 4 and 14. And I mean, the songs are catchy, obviously, but I was looking at the stuff that happens in the opening, and these two have a kind of, as far as I know, a unique thing that happens where it kind of shows you the motivation for each character in the show. So it has that, and also shows you kind of how they got started. So I don't want to say it goes downhill,
but it falls off a cliff.
But I feel like all the important stuff happens up until this point. Because afterwards, yeah, it's still good. There's a lot of good action, and the story is still intriguing. But it doesn't go to where, like, okay, what's this story? What does this have to do with the main person of the crew? It's just story about the world, but it hasn't gone back to that. And I think that's why I like One Piece pre-time skip more. Because it was more about the crew, and now it's just like, you know, we're leveled up. Let's just finish the game. But it's just it kind of, I mean, if you watch the anime and you see the opening, it's gonna be like, oh, okay. So it just hits you in the right spot.
Once again, cashing on your time and investment in the series, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of good openings, but none more emotional than that one. I mean, some people will say 1 or 10 is a remake of 1.
Oh, right. I saw that once and I went, what the fuck?
And then for the later ones, they have all these beautiful animations and like, you know, bunch of spoilers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't choose those because it just like, it doesn't hit. I like that in that opening they show what the show is, the core is about. They're like, this is what this crew wants to do. This is their motivations. So, and from there it went. But it's still good. It's just like from there, it's for me, it's the peak, and yeah, that's why it's number 1.
Makes sense. I'm gonna have to Google and be with. Is this the few I feel like I've seen like 1 or 2, and all I was trying to think what other, and all I got is the first one playing in my head music wise.
Yeah, me too.
If you're gonna watch One Piece, I kind of recommend you don't look at this opening.
Oh, another
spoiler.
Makes sense. A little bit.
It doesn't have spoilers per se, but if you're paying attention, you're gonna put 2 and 2 together, and it's gonna be a spoiler. So just listen to the song, but don't watch the video.
Oh, okay.
For sure. All right, I guess it's my turn, and my final pick, and I guess my number 1 for today is, and it was the first one I was looking at my list of like, okay, what's ones I always pick and this and that, and the only one I was like for sure looked at it, saw it, said has to be on the list, is a song called Flyers from a group called Bradio, aka the Death Parade opening.
Because it's also live.
Or as I call it, the Vegas opening, because
Vegas,
just like Modica, whatever, it's a lie. The opening is a lie. But it's a great lie because it's this very like high production dancing, singing routine. People are drinking, hanging out, having a good time, playing games, singing and dancing. It's just like this great joyous adventure. And then there's the actual anime, which really doesn't have that much of that. The games part, yes, but that's about it. Not a lot of singing and dancing though. But it's just a very catchy tune. And it's got that little bit of English that I feel like everyone who knows is like, yeah, everyone chips in when it comes to the chorus bit a little bit. Everybody, put your hands up. There it is. For those who don't have to know.
That's the song, or you?
No, that's the song.
That's the song.
Yeah.
I know. I can see it playing in my head.
Because every so often they do, like I said, they drop a little English there for us to be like, yeah,
but
I can sing too.
But that time out, then we move on, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a very catchy song. The opening is just visually very cool. It's very like happy, little poppy. And like I said, because it's like the big chandelier, like I said, it's the Vegas. It makes me think of if anyone's been to the Cosmopolitan there in Vegas, it makes me think of the big chandelier bar.
The giant thing.
Yeah, so it's very cool, very musical dance number, and it's a big lie, so it makes me appreciate on multiple levels.
Big lie.
Big lie.
It is.
And Death Parade, another great show that I wish there was more, but I guess that's.
It's one of the few shows I think I've seen over the last decade. So it's like, why is there more of this? Like, you can easily stretch this out to at least
another season,
season 2 or 3, because like you literally just do episodes like episodic content you could just forever.
If we
Basically.
grab the Great Noodle Race, or what was it, Frank and Naruto? Wasn't there something like that?
Huh?
Wasn't there like a ramen race or something in the filler parts? Why not? I'm pretty sure there was some kind of silly race. There was some race.
I remember, as far as a race, I remember there was an episode where they gotta deliver a letter or something like that.
It was something, I forget. But
Why-
anyway.
why are we remembering fillers?
Because it's silly. If we could do silly nonsense like that, we can do good content like Death Parade Season 2. That's what I'm getting at.
There you go.
So there it is. There's my pick for today.
So I'll be the last one.
It's all up to you, Evan. Don't drop it now.
Bring it
Okay.
home.
Bring it
Yeah,
home.
so-
Nice and easy.
Be clutch.
Yeah. So before I say my pick, as I mentioned, there's certain ones that I consider to be like the, I guess like the almost like the music of anime, and so I was thinking of some of them. Definitely Tank, Cowboy Bebop,
Oh, yeah.
Sailor Moon. I thought about that one.
Oh, that's
too.
a good one.
Butterfly, Digimon.
Oh, that's a great one.
But from all like those, I guess like my favorite S tier would be I have to pick it because even visually, it's still not my pick, but would be the Dan Dan from GT.
Oh, GT.
And
Wait.
just
The non-canon canon.
What is
Dragon-
GT?
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball
Oh,
GT.
okay. So, I'm
The
like,
dun, dun, da, 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 da,
That's
da,
the
da,
one
da.
that's not canon, but a lot better animated than Super is.
that's S
Solely.
tier for you?
Yeah, I think like when you watch the visuals and everything, yeah, that one carried a show that wasn't that good. So like a lot of people.
He's not lying.
So
A
that's
lot-
your high school of the dead for you?
So but I think that like it's just and this is where I'm gonna use my musical nerdiness or whatever.
What
but
a
it's just-
nerd.
But the like the musicality because it starts off in C and then it goes into the verses in F minor. So it's just like very interesting music and but also the visuals too. Like if you look at the visuals, like a lot of times you have like these visuals where like you're just like showing the characters and they're just kind of like like just posing or something. But this is like it's almost like a music video for like the Dragon Ball GT. But that those are some of the ones I'm even cha la la. So these are the ones I consider as I said like the like those are like the SS. But
They're in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, the Hall of Fame.
There it is.
Yeah. But my number one, I put Gundam X. This one was hard between the first and the second one, but I guess I'm choosing the first one because I kind of like the visuals more, and this one is like almost similar to 2Mix. Have you heard it, Ray?
Maybe I've seen it once, but I don't recall it.
Yeah, so it's that to me this represents like 90s Gundam anime where like those like that like techno heavy guitars, that sound. And I remember when you had like LimeWire, I got the video of like that opening of Gundam X and I'm like, I need to watch that anime. And to this day, it's not one of the best animes, but it has that intro and that's why it is I will watch.
I can see that.
I will watch this show because of that intro. And then the second one, I probably like the song more, but I kind of like the visuals more of the first one. And so it has like very kind of like where they're looking sad and like so it has a lot of cliches, but it's a banger. I think I can say it's the Gundam at its peak. It's the banginess of the bang.
A lot of banging going
A
on.
lot of banging going to happen in Gundam. Have we seen the same show? I need to check out this X.
Are you sure this is not
Rated
Idol
X?
Masters?
Ooh.
So Gundam X, that's probably my a lot of like Gundam has similar sounds once you watch a couple of them, or you have like a lot of, as I said, like that techno rock.
Yeah.
So that's like the sound of Gundam for a while.
Seems like it.
I wonder which Gundams I've seen. I think Wing and
G.
G.
the ones
I
that
don't
Toonami?
like the music of Gundam G, like the intro. How does it go? How does it?
It's been a long
Oh
time.
gosh, it's in the tip of my hand. The fly away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, that's not
I don't.
great.
I do
No.
not like that one.
I
It's so-
forgot. Yeah, no.
The Gundam X intro is.
I'll
by
take
far
Gundam
worse.
Wing instead, please.
Yeah. Well, the Gundam Wings are classics though.
No,
so,
those are good ones. Those are
yeah,
good.
so, but yeah, that's my I guess my favorite opening.
All right, I guess we all made it, and
We did it. I'll see you Hokage. I think phrased it earlier, but once again, you Hokage. It's a good one.
of course.
I want to quick last one. Best Bleach opening, Frank.
Oh.
Put you on the spot.
Well, best. Woo, I like 6. I like 6.
6. Is that the
Rolling Star thing?
Which one's that one, Frank?
That's the one where it starts with the teddy bear singing.
Oh, da 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 da. It's the Aqua something,
But-
right? The artist.
I don't know. I
a
remember
good one.
watching
That's a
the
good one.
anime at that time, and I loved what was going on, and it was a really cool song. But it's really close between 2 and 3 and that one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah. Oh, damn it, Frank. I was gonna say the same damn thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. 2 is probably my goat. But no, the first one's also real good too. Fuck. I always forget the first one. I'm like, oh, the first one's real good
I
too.
haven't watched Bleach.
It's all right. No one else has. Old farts here talking. But yeah, 2 and 3. No, not 3. 4.
4?
Yeah, the Beat Crusaders. The tonight, ba-da-da-da.
Beat Crusaders. I know they do a different.
They do Beck.
Oh.
The opening for Beck.
Yeah.
It sounds exactly like them too.
I used to tell people watch Bleach, but only up to a certain point.
Yeah, then walk away.
But now that they kind of like continued it, I was like, I guess you could finish it.
You could.
Where would you tell them to stop?
I mean, probably the first bit, to be honest.
After Rukia?
Yeah. Because I think the anime, and this is nostalgia, my brain talking, so maybe I haven't seen it, but I feel like the anime is actually, I would maybe even watch up to the Banto stuff in the anime.
Banto? What's that?
That's the filler arc they came up with in the anime with I forget the bunch of rejects with the guy with the white hair. Nah, that's all right. No one remembers the filler.
I remember.
Whoa, okay, Miles remembers the filler. But yeah, that's the last part of Bleach that I was like, yeah, thumbs up. And then after that, I was like, maybe not so much.
I liked Echo Mundo, and then I liked
I like the beginning of it.
when he does that. What is it called? Like final form or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
the super transformation.
I think that would have been a nice ending. Like, okay,
I think I probably could have stuck with the show for that much longer. And if they walked away from that, yeah, I think I could have done that.
it would have fit together.
Yeah, that's true.
I was surprised when like, what? It keeps going? What's going on here?
I did like, I don't know if we're talking about welcome to the Bleach podcast at the
Yeah,
the
might as
3 hour
well.
mark.
Bonus content.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I was gonna say I did kind of like the weird part where he has to do everything all over again without getting spoilers.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
didn't like it. I stopped.
Maybe because it was like I felt like, oh, we're going old school. I remember old Bleach. Old Bleach was cool. Maybe that's probably why.
I miss Old Bleach. Old Bleach was fun.
It's funny enough. I was like keeping up with the manga until like it ended. I picked it up, and I never knew what was going on.
Wait, you've read the manga, but you haven't watched the anime?
Because Ray would always say it sucks, and then the manga was still going on. I'm like, yeah, let me read it.
So you know what?
No, I have no idea what happened.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's
what
read it, but he doesn't understand it. I guess is the way to
Because I
describe it.
picked it up at a certain point, and I didn't know what was happening.
Oh.
And
I
like
think-
really late into it.
Yeah, it was
like
like- it
way
was-
past
Like,
setup.
what happened here?
Yeah.
Who was this Aizen guy?
That reminds me of like when Ray showed me the Neuro Shippuden opening 16.
Oh, Silhouette.
Yeah, I go like, what?
Now that's a good one for nostalgia. That cashes on the nostalgia factor and they show
Uh-huh.
you. Oh, remember this bit? Remember that bit?
So
And
it's
the-
like if I started Naruto, like the Kaguya, and I'm like what's going on? But no, like yeah, it was like probably like the final boss, and like
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know, it just
That is basically the equivalent. When did this Moon Lady get here?
yeah. So
That's funny.
I don't even remember how it ended.
It ended. That's
You,
a good
did you
thing.
read it?
Yeah.
I didn't. But I would
So,
like.
I fit. I mean, no, I think I read it more out of like a habit. Well, it's I don't know, Friday Bleach Day. I guess I'll read Bleach.
I remember I would read. It was during the Echo Mundo part or something like that, and they would have the chapters, and then they would have the same name of the chapter for the next chapter. Like it was just like part 2,
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then they
yeah,
would
yeah,
have-
yeah.
a bunch of pages, and it's like they're all blank. I'm like, what? This is a.
Yeah,
you
Bleach
kn-
was something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do.
Because it was like, how is this a
We'll
whole
always
page?
have Soul Society, Frank. We'll always have Soul Society.
It'd be like, I'm here, and then it's just all blank and this one word. I'm like, is this guy like, what do they call it, milking it or something?
Pretty much, phoning it in. Let's say that. Maybe that's one way to describe the ending of Bleach. But we
Yeah.
get the anime now. Hey.
I was a little sad that I was like, I thought about My Hero. I'm like, hey, their intros, and like I could not remember not even one. How is
Oh,
it?
they're good, but they're just that. They're good.
I only like 2 and 3.
They're fine till I think the last one we saw.
Oh my god, that last one was shit. Fuck, it was bad.
Yeah.
But it was like you always know because
I just kind of remember the first one. I think. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause-
remember. I always call it the second one the stretching opening. Everyone's
Yeah.
they're just stretching the whole opening, and then All Might just flies in at the end. It's like, what you guys? Oh, were we stretching? Shit, I didn't know.
It's a good wake up song.
That is true. I'll give it that. It's an alright song. The opening, yeah.
I like that one and the third one.
Is that the one I always forget, Miles?
Yeah, that's the one you always forget. Right?
Okay, because that's the same artist that does the Bleach opening.
But you
right?
should watch Bleach. I mean, you like Naruto. It's almost the same thing with swords.
I don't think you'll like it, to be honest. But you could try. But yeah, I don't think you'll like it.
Keep an open mind, but you probably won't like it. I think that's what Ray's trying to say.
I feel like it's one of those shows you had to been there at the time when it was happening. You're like, yeah, this is cool. But going back and be like, why did people like this?
Well, yeah, nostalgia will
Almost
carry-
like a Lucky Star effect.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's better than they're making it seem.
Okay, add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Wow.
Kyokon, K-On,
K-On.
Yeah.
Idol Master,
Idol Master.
Bleach,
Bleach.
all your lists.
All my list.
The whole list.
Everything.
You
Yeah.
will know. You will know. Like, it's not like you have to watch 50 episodes to know if you like it or not.
That's true. I'll say that.
So,
I just remember I watched like the first episode, thought it was interesting.
yeah, it's.
I like the music. Music's really good. But it's the Ava music, so of course I like it.
Yeah, okay. Of course, yeah. That's one of a few soundtracks we bought. Like,
I do have
Oh,
that soundtrack.
oh yeah, we gotta get this. Cause look, and the more you realize later on, like, wait, this is the guy who made
Oh.
Ava. No wonder this is good. This
I just remember another intro that he and her, she and him, from that love one from the director of Evangelion.
His and Her Circumstances.
Yeah, the intro with the ending, that da 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 da.
That's the ending?
Oh, is it the ending? Okay.
I might be crazy.
Okay, so that one was great too.
You are, but
That's
Yeah.
true.
I guess that wraps up for this 2.5 episode, huh, everyone?
Woo, we did it again.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, I think we have. I think overall, I think we made quality a little bit more nicer, more highly packaged. I think probably according to Ray will be a little bit longer than I guess we hoped, but oh well. So hope you enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, we'll be back about every 2 weeks, right, Ray?
Bi-weekly. That's us.
Without further ado, say goodbye, Frank.
goodbye.
Say goodbye, Ivan.
Peace.
All right.
You have to say goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Get it right, all right? There are rules
That's
and
an-
regulations.
That's an
here.
order.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right. And Ray, of course, I guess you want to turn off the truck and say goodbye.
Turn off the truck. Did we hopefully pulled off to the side of the road, or I just turned off in the middle of the freeway?
We're out of gas.
Right. Oh, damn it. I knew it. Oh.
We're out of tacos.
Out of tacos. A whole lot of
All
masa.
right.
It happens.
All right. This has been the Taco podcast. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
You make tacos with masa?